What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Where the Locals Skate. I'm your host once again, OG Skate Show. This is a podcast where we get to know local skaters on and off the board. And today, our couch boy is Victor Castillo.
What's up, guys? How's it going out there?
And now let's introduce our guest this week. We have David Garcia representing Pushing Compton Project.
Yes, sir.
Dude, yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, man. Pleasure to be here.
Dude,
honored.
Appreciate you coming down.
Can I mention something? When I first met you, Afar recommended you. He said, you guys should have this guy on the show. And that's when I met you. I was at Vincent Luviano's video premiere. I was right there with Afar, and you came to say what's up to him. And he's like, hey, man, this is David. You guys really should have this guy on your show. And here we are.
Here we are.
Shout out. Honestly, man. Shout out AFAR25. You guys don't follow him?
Yes, we do. Oh, yeah. He was an early guest of ours, man. He's been here twice already. So once for the beginning of the show because he was our friend. And then the next time I think he was starting was it Irma? Skate? Is it Irma? I gotta look
it up. Skate brand, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But, well, again, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate you coming to the studio and hanging out with us. Let us know what city you're representing.
Yeah, shout out Compton, Compton, California. That's where basically been born and raised. So here we are, man. Shout out to this place. This is like a whole upgrade compared to Compton.
Okay.
But yeah, man, just basically been living over there and moving from like spot to spot. So basically just knowing different neighborhoods and stuff like that. But basically my whole life, man. 29 years, Compton.
Damn. All right. Well, I know. Well, from what I've heard about Compton, because the only thing we know is like from me is the movies, right? Mm-hmm. Growing up, was it
Straight Outta Compton?
Straight Outta Compton, or like Boys in the Hood. But was it really like that for you growing up, or was it pretty chill?
I feel like just like any other areas, there definitely are like some really nice spots. I mean, of course, there's like really like ghetto and like sketchy spots you should probably avoid. Mm-hmm. But I mean, for myself, I feel like it was really bad, probably like maybe like a decade or two ago. So I was still a pretty like young kid during the time. And yeah, man, you could hear like drive-bys and stuff like often, like you get like some crazy stuff. Like you can't even wear like certain colors and things like that. And nowadays, I mean, you should probably still be a little hesitant on like, or at least mindful of like what you're wearing. But I mean, it's not as bad as it was back then. I feel like, jokingly enough, I feel like a lot of people either got incarcerated already or probably already killed each other off. So it's just kind of like,
yeah, the
new generation is kind of like, man, is this kind of the move?
I think that's the thing too. Yeah, maybe they're seeing the results of like either these guys aren't around anymore, like you said, and then sometimes like I notice like gang members nowadays, they don't wear the same uniform anymore like they used to. You used to be able to pick them out like fast, like, oh, this guy obviously. Yeah. And now you're like, okay, they don't wear the Cortezes, at least around here, like I'm like, and then all of a sudden you're getting hit up by some dude in a nice shirt. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
No, for sure. But yeah, it's definitely calmed down over the years. So I do want to say that. I feel like a lot of people are, again, just being mindful of like, you know what, maybe we could do a lot more if we, unite, or if we're like, I don't know, you're seeing like a lot of other like nonprofits that are popping out, and they're just like, you know what, maybe we should like beautify the city. If the city doesn't do it, like maybe we got to take it up on our end. So I think it's kind of cool too, man. Just kind of seeing that movement moving forward from like something that could be really negative or like displayed of like it's a lot of gang violence or like a lot of like negativity to like now it's just kind of like, all right, well, let's make the most out of things, even though that's just what we have.
Yeah, that's the way you got to look at things. That's the best way to do it. All right. And like skateboarding, how did that become part of your life?
Yeah, good question. So I started skateboarding at 11 years old. I got a birthday present, and it wasn't even like wrapped or anything. It was just kind of like in those boxes and stuff. And I was like, cool, man. Well, I think it was like already at the end of like my birthday party and stuff. So I was like, cool, man. I'm gonna hop on that skateboard, I'm gonna see what I can do. Playing like these Tony Hawk games and stuff. And the first thing I do, man, I hop on that board and just like straight fall to my butt. And I'm like, I'm gonna just put this away, bro. This ain't for me. And the following day, man, I'm just like, you know what? Something in me was just like, let's just pick up this skateboard and like, let's try to figure it out, So from there, just basically just messing around with the skateboard, trying to learn some tricks. all like padded up with like elbow pads, knee pads, a helmet. My parents were like, "Yo, you got to be safe," you know. And I was
Did they pad you up before you fell or after you fell?
like, "No, after for sure."
Yeah, they're like, all right, we got to get you some protective gear.
Yeah, and I was like, man, well, from there, I mean, it just kind of clicked. I would just like ask my parents, like, "Yo, could you get me a board?" And they'll be like, "Dude, they're pricey, bro."
Mm-hmm.
So
Was
like,
the first board like a real board as well, or was it like just the beginner boards?
nah, it was like something off of like Walmart. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
But I mean, nonetheless, to me, I was just like, "Yo, this is tight," you know?
No, but that's how you know if you want to keep doing it too. Like if you ask for another one, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know?
And thankfully, again, I mean, they got me right. You know, they got me with like a blank skateboard from like, I mean, we had this thing called the Compton Fashion Center back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Now it got taken over by like Walmart and stuff, but basically it had like all these like vendors inside, and it had like I don't know like all these like little shops, and then
Kind
it
of
was,
like an indoor swap meet type
Yeah,
of deal.
exactly.
Yeah.
yeah. So then I was just like, yo, this is sick. I remember like the shop owner or whatever, some Asian guy, and I would always be like, oh, like what's that? And he'd be like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, this is sick. Yo, mom, can you get me this? And she'll be like, how much is it? You know? And I'll be like, I don't know, like how much is it? And the guy would be like, did I hook you up? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, okay, sick. So, dude, he was just like the connect at that point, and I was just like, all right, let's go try to get
Good
some.
enough. It was a good enough number for your mom to buy.
No, for sure, man.
That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, I basically ended up with like a black blank skateboard,
Mm-hmm.
and from there, I was just like, okay, cool. So, really funny story. I was just at the house. Shout out to my brother Eric, and the neighbor was just skateboarding at the time. And he was just like, yo, he's like, you should show him how to do an ollie, you know? And me just being 11 years old, I'm just like, yeah, heck yeah, you know? So I go outside and like, I can't even skate like all too well. I'm barely like hopping on the skateboard, barely pushing. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna show this guy how to ollie that's already like trying. And then basically we just become really good friends, you know? He looks over to the fence and he's just like, yo, man, what you skating? And I was like, I don't know this, you know, whatever I got. And he was like, damn, those trucks are tight, you know? And I was like, I guess they're cool. And he was like, nah, man, they're like tight. Like, let me loosen them up.
Yeah.
You know? And I was like, oh. I was like, I didn't even know you had to do that, you know? So he brings out a tool, he loosens them up, and then I'm all like shaky and stuff. But I mean, that was like my first like real
Yeah.
introduction to like
Yeah,
what
because
skateboarding
now
is.
you can like adjust to what you like. Now that you figured out, like, you know, oh, this is going like this. Maybe it's too far for you, and you got to tighten it up just a little bit.
Not for sure, man.
But-
I had no idea that was even a thing.
Yeah, like I would have just left it the way he left it though, because I would have figured he knew what he's doing.
Exactly.
You know?
That's exactly what I did. But I mean, that just opened up new opportunities of like, now people are like customizing their like grip tape and like different wheel colors, different like everything. And I was like, yo, what the heck? Again, I was just thinking like, all right, this is the standard and that's it.
That's the cool thing about when you're a kid. The skateboarding is like putting all the pieces together, like all because when you're young, like you want the cool graphic, you want the cool colors, you want everything to kind of match, or you want it the way you want it, and like you said, your grip and everything. And then later, like when you get older, you're like, nah, just white wheels is fine, you know, like whatever. Like I don't even care. Like some people like to turn the photo or the picture inside the board so they last longer or whatever. I'd leave them out. I don't care. You know, there used to be a thing where you turn one only or something, or
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, that's cool that everybody's like can do it the way they want to do it.
Yeah, exactly, man. I think that's what's really cool about skateboarding. Just to say, I mean, everyone has like their own expressive style to it, and I think that's pretty cool, man. Especially
Yes.
as you see like the kids and like the older generation, it's just kind of like everyone has their own unique style, and everyone has like their own preference on what they want to skate. So that's pretty tight.
So you pretty much started because of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater video game, or because you were seeing other people before that?
Dude, it's funny. It wasn't even the Pro Skater ones. It was the Underground one.
The underground.
Damn, that's such a good game. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, but it was basically Tony Hawk Underground and Underground 2. I think we had like on the PlayStation or whatever.
How old are you right now?
Right now I'm 29.
29. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So Pro Skater came out when I was like in my 20s, like when that was like, and I didn't even like playing video games back then until that game came out, and I was like, dude, this is just insane. We're stuck in the apartment just playing all day.
That sounds sick. Yeah, for sure. The neighbors had like, I think it was like on GameCube or something. I don't even know what it was on, but I was just like, oh, that's cool. But when I finally got my hands on one, I was just like, damn, this is cool. And it's tight, like how the game like it lets you progress, and then you have to like unlock like videos and things like that. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, it's super cool. But really funny talking about the Tony Hawk games. I'm like, oh heck yeah, you know. So I got this skateboard, and I'm watching like all these videos like on the game and stuff, and I'm like, cool, man. I'm gonna go grind those like telephone wires, you know. And I'm like, heck yeah, like how do I get up there, you know? And I'm like, dude, like I don't even know what I gotta do, but I'm gonna figure it out. You know, yeah, not at all, man. But it's cool, you know, just seeing like all these like
Yeah.
crazy
You looked at
things.
the world different after that, though.
Exactly. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that was pretty tight. Just like being introduced from like skateboarding or like from the video games to like an actual skateboard and just yeah, man, just thinking of like different possibilities, you know? Even
That's
if it's
right.
not like grinding a freaking
Well, yeah.
telephone wire. But
I
I mean,
mean,
yeah, man, you can
dude,
do like
we-
some crazy stuff.
We used to go walking through the halls at school and stuff like that. You just pretend you're grinding the rails and whatever, you know, to hit the stair set. We just look at life different, like the world different. It's crazy.
For sure, man. Heck yeah. But yeah, man, shout out Tony Hawk on your ground.
Yeah. Now, I was going to ask, because you said there was another friend of yours that skated. Were there any other skaters around the area? Or
Yeah, really funny. So we basically ended up us being the first two, essentially.
what's his name?
His name is Benjamin.
Benjamin?
Yeah, we call him Benji. But yeah, basically we both got into skating. We were both like learning off of each other. And then my next door neighbor, I mean, he's pretty popular now. His name's Compton Worm on IG. I
Okay.
call him Dion, but shout out D. But yeah, man, basically, I mean, according to him, man, we were just skating one day and I just asked him like, hey bro, like, you want to like learn how to skate, you know, or like you want to hop on this board? And he was like, I don't know what that is, you know? And then, you know, fast forward, he was just like one of our great friends that were just skateboarding with us. And dude, he's progressed so much. So it's super cool just to kind of see like
That's right.
that. But yeah, man, we're just like the kids in the neighborhood and like other kids were like,
And you
oh, yeah, this is
introduced
sick.
them to it, and now it's like part of his life.
It's tight.
That's badass.
It's crazy how it works, man. Made some really great friends. And, you know, some people definitely fell off
Mm-hmm.
on it. But I mean, still cool, man. Those memories are, you know, really amazing, you know?
Of
It's
course,
cool.
man. I mean, those first days on your board are just the best because you go out and just like I don't know if you hit the streets. Did you go to the schools? Was there a skate park around?
During the time, I mean, we were skating the streets for sure. But yeah, we'll go into like all these like different schools. Dude, it's crazy. Schools have like some really good skate spots, you know?
Mhm.
Like, what the heck? Crazy. Some really like smooth ground and everything. You're like, what the heck? But yeah, then the cops would come in and they'll be like, yo, you guys.
That's
gotta
always
do
the
it.
fun part too, though. It's part of the whole life.
Any
It's
skateboarding
funny.
tickets while cops interrupt your session?
Dude, thankfully not tickets. Thankfully, we're always able to like talk ourselves out. You know, we'll just be like, dude, we're just skating. Like,
Mhm.
yeah. And then it's really funny. I think I saw like this like deli status video. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's like some, I don't know. I guess like skateboarding crew like back in the day.
Mhm.
But it's funny because like one of the videos they're just like, man, at least I'm doing this instead of gangbanging. And then like the cops like, dang, you got a point, you know. So like I just kind of
You
using
trying to say that?
you know,
Yeah.
yeah, bro. Like I mean, we're doing this instead of like doing like bad, you know, behavior or anything like that. Like we're not breaking anything. We're just
Right.
literally here just skateboarding. You know, it's keeping us out of
Vandalizing.
negativity. Exactly. You know, but yeah, bro. That's
Dude, you're trespassing, guys.
basically.
You mentioned earlier that you have a brother. Is he your only sibling? And was he skating with you guys?
I have two older brothers. So I'm the youngest, but nah, they weren't into skating. But growing up, I mean, they were always like into sports, so I thought it was tight.
That's cool.
They would be into like anything, and I would get into it too. So they would be into like soccer, they would be into like basketball, football, riding bicycles, scootering, skateboards, whatever, anything. And I'd be like, this is cool, you know, like just anything. And yeah, man, just skateboarding just honestly stuck. They ended up like living their own lives and stuff too. So yeah, they weren't really into skating, but I mean, thankfully they weren't like knocking me on my skateboard or anything.
Right. Yeah.
They're just like, yo,
they're
that's cool.
supportive.
Yeah, for sure. My middle brother, he was like, dude, I have a camera. Like, if you want, like, you could, like, you know, film your friends or, like, they could film you and, you know, you could do your own thing. And I was like, tight. My
That's
oldest brother,
cool.
he was just like, I don't understand it, but, like, do your thing, you know? And I was like, right on, man. Well, but yeah, shout out to them, man. I'd be outside in, like, the porch or whatever, just, like, learning new tricks, like, all day. So, thankfully, they never got annoyed because I could imagine, like, dude, especially now, like, as I'm older, like, man.
Right?
That must be super annoying just to
God.
hear like
Noise. Yeah. All day, constantly.
and then, you know, just freaking out and stuff. And then, you know, it's so crazy. But yeah, shout out to my family, man, for just being supportive throughout
Yeah.
the whole time, you know.
Yeah,
Shout out to my
'cause-
neighbors too, man. 'cause-
Shout out to them. I mean, even my neighbors too, man. I love them because they keep to themselves and all that. And like before you showed up, you know, I was rolling around in the driveway and you know, just warming up a little bit. And then you were like, dang, I feel like skating now. You brought your board out, but you even asked, like, your neighbors are cool with this? I'm like, yeah, because it is quiet around here. So it does, like, but I'm like, I usually keep it at a certain time, like I said. You know, I don't usually skate at night plus there's no light out there, too.
No, it's respectful, man. Yeah, for sure.
Because like you said, I don't want to hear, like, me personally, when I start hearing somebody make noise out there, I just go outside too and skate, because that noise is actually bothering me. So I just go out and make noise as well.
Yeah, that's fair. I was just gonna say, I think only like once when I was living in like an apartment, the lady came out and she was like, "Yo, that's too much, bro." And I was like, "For reals?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'm trying to take a nap." And I was like, "All right, but." So I just kind of like skated like down the block and just figured it out. But yeah, I think that was the only time that I actually like got.
But at least you like, it made you aware that, oh damn, maybe I shouldn't. You know, like some people say, whatever, lady.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, that's cool that you're respectful of that nature. You know?
I mean, I try to, man. You know, if you burn your bridges, I feel like I was just gonna come back to you. So yeah, man, just being mindful and together.
Especially if you live in the same apartment complex.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't need no problems.
Yeah, I'm gonna see this lady again, so I'm like,
yeah,
figure it out.
Like,
but it's all good.
If I have to skate early in the morning, I can go down the street. There's a track and a big parking lot, and there's a curb there that I waxed back in the day. So
okay,
it's perfect. Like, I show up there before even people are showing up to work.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the people are running around the track, and I'm over there skateboarding, and they're just like, what the heck? Oh, he's okay. He's kind of exercising, he's doing what we're doing, but in a different way.
I mean, that's the cool thing about skateboarding. Like, it allows you to like travel to different spots, like things that people wouldn't even like think of. You know, it's like, what the heck? This guy's really at this, like you said, this curb. You know, with like painted like gaps or whatever. And you're just like, this is the spot. You know.
Yeah. And I'm like looking at somebody, the parking lot's empty, and they want to park like right next to the curb. I'm skating. I'm like, but I'm like a ways because I need to get speed. So I'm like, hey, like, can you move? Like, and then if they don't see me, I just start skating at them all crazy. And then I let the board kind of go around and throw. And so they want to move their car. They're like, oh, I don't want my car to get hit. Yeah. So they'll just pull off. And I'm like, dude, thank you. You know what I mean? If you don't get it, like, just trying to warn you here, you might be in a danger zone.
That's funny. Do what you got to do, man.
Yeah. But once that parking lot starts filling up, I got to get the heck out of there.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Did you, question real quick, did you go out street skating, filming clips, or compete in contests or anything like that?
Just like getting clips, but I mean, they weren't anything too crazy. I remember I filmed like my first skate video. It's funny because like the whole thing's like in slow-mo. It's like a 3-minute video of me just like landing flat ground, and I think at the end they do like a little grass cap. But I mean, to me, I was just like, yo, this is tight, you know, like my friends either get to like film me or I just like get to set the camera. Like I said, my middle brother was just like, yeah, bro, like use it. So I'll just be like trying to be creative, man, just trying to figure it out, learn how to use like different like editing programs. And I'm just like, to me, that's what's the most fun, just like creating, you know. So whether that's like adding like different music or adding like different transitions or whatever, man, I'm just like, damn, this is cool.
I think you grew up in a good time because like you had the technology at your fingertips right there, as opposed to when I grew up, like dad cams. If you can get a hold of something like that, or like if you had money, you can buy a little high 8, I think we called them, the little cassette tapes. But yeah, man, that didn't come till like we were like later in teenage years, and you know,
right on.
You know,
well, I mean, I would say it wasn't like the fanciest of cameras, you know, it was
right?
Just like whatever it was, and I was like sick.
But you had the editing. I mean, we had to put VCR to VCR.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Different times, for
yeah.
Sure. But yeah, I would just like, you know, hop on. I mean, again, during that time, it's like the internet was just like beginning, or at least to me, we were just like, what the heck? So just trying to figure things out. You know, if you didn't know, you could like Google stuff, and
that's right.
Nowadays, you can watch like YouTube videos and figure it all out. So it's crazy.
Know. It's kind of. Yeah, there's kind of no excuse anymore. Like, you could almost find anything on how to do anything.
Oh, for sure, man. Just set the time aside, and I mean, you can generally do it. Even crazier. I mean, I know you were mentioning off of this, but like the whole AI thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like nowadays, you can just ask it like certain things. And
I know.
Like,
I use it like a little bit here and there to help maybe generate an idea. But I don't use it fully. Like I'll like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like I'll give it something. But I don't use like the Chat GPT or whatever. I just use the little AI that comes in my Pix app.
Okay.
The app I used to do all my editing with. So it already automatically comes with it. So it's not, I don't think it's like the best. And now it has all these restrictions. Like you can't say Snoopy or something because now Snoopy's like, owned by somebody. Before you used to tell it anything, Mario Brothers,
really?
yeah, it'll make anything for something. And then you can use words like bloody, make it bloody or something like that. Now it's like, oh, we can't do that. What the heck? Like, you're lame. Well, like, I don't even use it as much anymore because it has some restrictions on it.
It's interesting. I had no idea.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the one I use, though. So. But, yeah, if you can utilize these tools, why not?
Oh, man, 100%. Especially nowadays. I mean, even with, like, editing and stuff and, like, artistic, like, styles, I feel like it's unfortunate. A lot of people like definitely use AI, and it's kind of getting burnt out right now. Like everyone's just putting out like AI flyers and stuff, and I'm like, bro,
it's obvious.
Yeah. I mean, it's all got like that orange like hue to it, which I don't know, man. At first, it was like, oh yeah, it's kind of sick, and then it was just like, oh, this is like burnt,
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but yeah, man. Fast forward, like now, there's like all these different programs. Like I use Canva a lot. You could just like
I
on,
use that.
Different like things, and you could be all creative, throw like different colors, different like backgrounds.
I haven't used
graphics.
that app for like the full potential, but I use it for like this little programmer right here. Like I make the photos for them, and
sick.
Yeah, and you can see the flames going and stuff like that.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah, so it's like that's what I used it for.
I mean, again, you have your own creative outlet.
I even have a button for it right there.
What does it do?
It takes you straight to the website.
I see.
So it's like a shortcut. Like you just push the button.
There you go, man. Technology.
Yeah. Again, and this thing could do so much more. I still haven't even really learned it yet because
that's the thing, man.
The YouTube hasn't this particular brand. They don't show as much, so they show another brand that's like, but it's not the same thing. So I'm like, it doesn't program the same.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
So for your video part that you made or that you filmed, did you try to give it to a ski shop, try to get sponsored, or what did you do with it?
Oh, not at all, man. I think they're in the time. I think it was like MySpace or something. I was just like, yo, like check out
MySpace. Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse me, but yeah, just put it out there for friends to see. Put it on YouTube. I think like during that time I was just like really new to YouTube. I think instead of like the 5 stars and stuff or whatever rating and like the thumbs up, thumbs down type of thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, let me just put something out there, and I think that was just kind of it. Just
Is it still living on YouTube?
It is. You
That's
could definitely
dope.
find it, man. You could definitely find it if you dig.
What's the
deep in
title?
trenches.
What's a YouTube channel?
Yeah, the title for that one.
Dang.
It's called Dang? No, just
No,
kidding.
dang. I actually have no recollection on that one. But whenever I do find it, I'll send it to you guys.
But do you know the
guys
channel, the name? No.
I do. Yeah. It's just embarrassing to say it. but
Okay. Well, you don't have to.
nonetheless, man.
You don't
if
have
you guys
to. I
wanna
mean,
check it
that's.
out-
We'll watch it personally after this, then.
all right, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So that was your only part that you filmed, or never again did you come out with another one, or?
I think that was it, man. I was just doing like little like short videos, like just I don't know, learning how to board slide or learn how to like. I think during that time, I think it was like a lot of like Battle of the Barracks like videos that were coming out. So I was like, damn, this is sick. And like during that time, like Mike Mo was like my favorite skateboarder. So I was like, this guy's so good. So whatever he was doing, and I remember like seeing his interviews, and he'd be like, oh yeah, I do 100 of like any trick or whatever, anything that he learned, he was just doing like 100 every day. And I was like, damn, that's sick. So I kind of wanted to adapt that, So if I was learning how to kickflip, like I'll try my best to do 100, or like if I was learning how to heel flip, I'll do my best try to do 100. And
That's
exhausting, bro, just to say the least. And yeah, that's just kind of what I was like trying to capture. I was just like, okay, cool,
Now, before you pass that, like 100 lands or 100 attempts.
Oh, 100 lands for sure.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I was
Damn.
exhausted. But I mean, again, being a
100
kid,
lands. I
having that
know.
energy now, I'm like, dude, I'd be cooked by like 10.
Ooh-wee.
Which
Yeah.
one did you like better, the kick flips or the heel flips?
I think growing up, I was always a kickflip type of person. But I did have a really mean heel flip at one point. Like, I also had another neighbor. He was an older cat, but his name's Michael. Shout out Michael. Dude, he's good at everything, bro. He still to this day, like, he's good at skateboarding. He's good at like boxing. He has like extremely good stamina. He could do like miles on end. of like anything.
Endurance, huh?
Yeah, for sure, man. So basically, whenever we'd be skating, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, dude," but he would push us to the limit. Like there'd be like a random couch that somebody threw out, and he'd be like, "Yeah, bro, you can ollie that." And I'd be like, "Yo, what the heck? How do you even ollie something like that?" And he's like, "Dude," he's like, "I promise you, if you go fast enough and you just look at the object, you could jump over it." Nah, dude, heck no.
He's crazy.
But shout out
maybe
to him.
for him, yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. But yeah, man. Sorry, what was the question? I got super sidetracked. My bad.
Oh, if you like, have you worked on another part besides that?
That is true. I don't even know how I landed on this. But yeah, no, it was just basically tiny videos. Again, just like yeah, whatever I was learning during that day or during that time frame. Like I remember I would get out of school, I basically go home and I'll just do my best, just try to learn.
Do 100 of them.
No, not during that time. Because
Not that time?
yeah, because then I mean, also my parents would pull up, and like their cars would like block the driveway. So like then I couldn't skate because like they didn't want to hit their vehicle or anything.
Yeah.
So but it kind of gave me like a little like time crunch because I'm like, okay, cool. I only got like, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes to like really like learn something and like land it and catch it on video. So I was just trying to be as creative as possible, you know? And during that time, like, I don't know, man, just kind of like moving your little ankles or whatever, like you'll learn something new.
Yeah.
Learning like hospital flips, like vario flips, just anything that kind of came about, you know?
Damn.
And then seeing other people and being
Glad
like,
you didn't pull those out today when we were playing
that's
skate.
funny. Yeah, man, I got to bring those back, you know?
You mentioned also too the question after that one, the video part was if you had your favorite was kickflip or heel flip, and you said
Yeah.
you had a mean heel flip. Did
That
you
is
ever
true.
heel flip off any stairs, or did you love skating stairs or like skating stairs?
These stairs are pretty hard, bro. I feel like I always like hurt myself on those things.
Mm-hmm.
I tried my best, like really trying to get into stairs. I think like the biggest I did was like a 7 stair, like in the back of like this hospital and stuff. Which is kind of tight. Like if you look at again,
that's decent size.
no, for sure. If you dig deep into the internet, you can probably find some stuff on it. But yeah, nah, I never got the hip flip off of like anything crazy. Probably just like a little like curve or anything, you know. But yeah, those heel flips are tight, man. Because like again, that's how I've thought about Michael. Yeah, he was just like, dude, like, I don't know, man. He just like taught me a certain way of like how to do certain tricks, and like at a certain point, like, dude, I was jumping like where like your knees are like damn near touching your chest, and like the board just gets caught like right
under your feet.
Yeah, and just like doing, you know, and I'm like, yo, what the heck? Yeah, like at the time, like I didn't think it was like
That's the best feeling.
special, you know.
When the board flips and smacks
for
your
sure.
feet and you
Yeah.
just bring it back down, you're like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Like that, yeah. So then my neighbors would be like, "What the heck?" Like, damn, you know. And I'd be like, "Yeah, it's cool," you know.
Yeah,
Like
that's how I do it.
basically, and then throw a varial flip and a kickflip sections at them, and they'll be like, "What the heck? What is this guy doing?" You know, like, dude, it's super funny. But
I love it.
yeah, just creative.
Yeah.
Mentioning Mike Moll being your favorite skater and watching him in the Battle of the Barracks and doing the 100 kickflips,
Yeah.
did you also watch his fully flared Lakai part?
Oh yeah, for sure, man, dude. The forecast video.
Forecast.
That's the one that definitely stands out. I think now you can't even find it because of the music.
Yeah.
I think there's like some copyright stuff.
I'm sure it is. Or like a lot of videos I watch now, like some parts will be like
Mute?
just muted. Yeah, because the song's gone.
I got a copy of the DVD, the forecast.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Can
that
I?
was,
We gotta burn it.
yeah, I'll let you
You gotta
borrow
burn it.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
Please,
Yeah.
yeah, burn it for sure.
Dude, when I was growing up too, I finally learned the fact that when they finally made those burners, like I would buy an album and then I'd burn myself the copy. That way, if I lost that or something happened to it, I still kept the original at home.
That's so
And I could burn me another one, or somebody borrowed it, took it, and never got it back. I still had the OG ones.
Wait, speaking of the burn CDs, can you burn the burn CD? Or
Yeah.
not? Can you really?
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
so.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
burn CD?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be from the original because we used to have burn CD. Like they came out with towers afterwards. You could get like 5
That's too
done
funny.
at a time. You
No,
know?
for sure. Yeah. Okay.
You know what I trip out on? That the kids of this generation will never know the struggle of getting like a bootleg video or like buying the $5 burn DVDs that when you're watching it
From the
you-
car wash.
Yeah, you can see like people standing up and covering the screen.
Yeah, 'cause they had the camcorder and the damn. Yeah,
Dude, that's hilarious.
that is funny. I mean, you could probably still find those somewhere online.
Oh, shout out to those.
Hey, bros, man.
Yeah. Now, was there a local skate shop in your area that you went to?
Dude, there was this one back in the day. It was called Covert. It was like maybe like a couple blocks away from like Wilson Skate Park where it is right now. But man, really cool guy. His name was Rolo. But yeah, man, he would always be so welcoming. You know, he had a couch inside. He just had like all the boards and stuff all displayed, and like the counter with like all the wheels and trucks and all that stuff.
Sick.
And dude, I would just pull up, like just being a little kid once again, and be like, "Yo, could I get some free stuff?" And he'll be like, "Nah, dude." And I'll be like, "Damn, what do I got to do?" You know? And he'll be like, "Dude, you're gonna have to like learn how to like do some tricks or like be one of my skaters like and skate." You know? And I'll be like, "Bet," you know? So like the skaters will be super good, and
That's crazy to play. No, it's funny to play a game of skate against one of the riders, and you're like, "Yeah, I got him.
yeah,
I'll try."
which will be funny because I'll be like, excuse me.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. We know you had like a little throat thing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I got this weird infection or something. So, yeah, just trying to make the most of it.
Okay.
But yeah, during the time, like I was just trying to beat these skaters, and like they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you know, like I'm gonna see what this kid got," you know. But I'll throw out some crazy stuff, bro. Like again, like a fakey kickflip sex change, and I'll be like,
Yeah,
"Oh, what
some
the
Mike
heck?"
Mo trick.
Some weird stuff, man. And they'll be like, "What the heck? What is that?" And yeah, I was like super determined, you know. So like if I would win, they'll give me like some wheels or something, and I'll be like,
That's cool.
"Wheels is sick." Yeah, there'll be like some little blank wheels that they'll give me with like a little bit of color or whatever, and I'll be like, "Yo, to me, like this is huge," you know. So
Heck yeah, especially you beat one of their riders.
that's so funny, yeah. But with like really crazy tricks that they're like,
Yeah,
"What the heck,
I was
bro?"
nervous playing you skate this morning. I was like, oh no, like you're
Yeah.
like, we'll start with ollies. Ah, good. Whew.
Yeah, man.
It's
Yeah,
like,
I definitely want to get back into skating. I feel like I haven't taken it. I haven't put enough time into it lately, but yeah, man. Back in the day, you know, that skate shop for sure, Covert. We also had Warning Skate Shop in Compton.
okay.
That was cool too, man. Basically, just going inside.
I have that board too. I didn't hang it up though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean nowadays, I mean it's cool fast forwarding because like now Warning Skate Shop, like they support like a lot of the events that we do.
Okay.
So like I'll hit them up and I'll be like, "Yo, like I need some boards for like this event or like some grip or whatever," and they'll be like, "Yeah, for sure." So
Shout
just
out
pull
to
up.
them.
Dude, straight up, man. Shout out George. Again, man, just really good like business partners and just people that are just looking out for you. So I think that's super tight. Just
Okay.
kind of like understanding it as like a little kid, just being like, "Yo, this is cool." Like cool skate shop where just like the vibes are right. Where like they're playing like videos, skate videos. They're playing like music. They're just like super helpful. You know, I think
Right.
that's what makes businesses thrive when like
Especially when they open their doors like for community stuff as well. Like the skate shop down the street over here in La Habra, they'll do like art shows for some of their locals and stuff like that. They'll have like a punk band come in maybe and play like a little gig or something. So just to help them, and then it brings people in the doors.
for sure.
So it's pretty rad.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now. Just trying to like hit up like the local skate shops or like anybody that's in skateboarding
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of like shine light on them too while we're basically trying to do our own thing. So again, I mean, Warning Skate Shop is probably like the closest skate shop to us.
Mm-hmm.
They're now located in like South Central, which isn't too far from Compton, but yeah, it's basically it, man. So again, just hitting up like different companies. Shout out Skateboard Bus. I know they're right here.
Yes.
Dude, that guy is far, bro, but he's like committed to like what he's doing. So
Yeah,
again,
they
just hitting
travel.
these people up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, I'm gonna have this event.
And
like,
this is all for Pushing Compton's projects, right?
exactly, yeah, Pushing Compton Projects. So basically, we give out skateboards to kids for mental health. That's the whole thing, and we've been doing it for maybe close to like 2 years officially.
Mm-hmm.
We started back in 2022 unofficially, just kind of messing around, and it eventually became a actual.
Was it always
No,
Pushing
no.
Compton Project, or was it like I think I seen something like cream pie? What was it?
Yeah. So the pizza cream pie.
Pizza cream pie.
Yeah, so you have the IG out right now, but basically, it started off as a clothing brand. That was the whole thing.
Okay.
We started a clothing brand, or I started a clothing brand. And I was like, in my freshman year at Compton College, and I was like, okay, cool. I was like, man, I just want to make a T-shirt. That's it. I just want to slap a graphic on a T-shirt, sell it to friends, and that's it. And during the time, I was just like, man, I really want to think of a name. Like, I mean, what are we gonna choose? So I'm over here just thinking of like different. I of different foods that people like, and I'm like, okay, cool. I was honestly like between tacos or pizza, and I was like, bro, I mean, they're both pretty good, you know, they're both right on, right on. So I was just like, okay, cool. And then the cream pie part basically came from one of my buddies of mine. We'd be skateboarding, and he would always have an oatmeal cream pie cookie. I don't know if you guys know what those are, but basically like a, I don't know, kind of like an Oreo looking thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be crazy because again, it'd be like four of us. We'd all be skating. We all literally came from literally nothing. And at the end, he'd be like, we'd just be chilling, and he'd be like, yo, like, I'm gonna break this with you guys. Like, here, everybody gets a fourth or whatever. You know, and I was like, what the heck? I was like, this is crazy because, like, again, we all have nothing. And like,
right. It breaks up like a pizza, huh? Like,
yeah, actually does.
Yeah.
What the heck? I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he'll just break it with us, and we'll be like, okay, cool. He got into like some like legal issues. He ended up getting deported.
Oh.
And he hit me up, and he was like, he's like, yo, Dave, like, I need money, bro. Like, I'm going through it, you know? Mm-hmm. And I was like, I'm gonna start this t-shirt company. Like, I'll send you whatever I can, you know? So basically during that time, I basically chose the pizza because I was like, bro, pizza do be good. Mm-hmm. And I chose the cream pie from the oatmeal cream pie cookie. And I just combined the two, and that was it, man. Pizza, cream pie. And I was like, okay, cool. So all that money that I was able to get from selling t-shirts, I was able to like send it out to Mexico. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, he was able to get a house. He was able to get a job. He was able to get clothes and food. And I was like, bro, this is a blessing. And I just kind of kept the name, and I was like, as a note to my friend, you know, and kind of it. Now fast forward, when you abbreviate it, man, it's PCP, you know? It's
yes, it is.
That's rough, man.
I was gonna ask that. Is it kind of because I know Heroin was going through the same thing, the Heroin skateboards for YouTube, you know, because he likes the word, but you know, and they're not using it as a negative word. They want to, you know, put a positive spin on it, but it's obviously got that thing to it, you know. Yeah. You know, so I wonder if you get that as well.
I mean, it definitely has closed a lot of doors for me. I reach out to a lot of people, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I have this brand PCB code, and they're just like, nah, bro, like, what the heck? That's not gonna fly.
You have to start off with Pushing Compton Projects.
So right? Speaking of Pushing Compton Project, so that was the t-shirt brand, right?
Right.
So yeah, that was successful on its own. We basically started from heat transfers, you know, just like learning anything on like YouTube and like, again, Googling whatever I could. And then it became into like screen printing. So I met one of my buddies through skateboarding, and yeah, he was just like, oh yeah, he's like, my uncle, he does screen printing, like maybe you should check him out. And I was like, I don't even know what screen printing is, you know? Mm-hmm. We pull up, and I'm just super just dumbfounded. I'm like, whoa, what the heck is this, bro? Like, this is tight. You know, he's putting like all these like different inks on these screens, just burning them.
And they
like,
spin around, and you're just like,
beautiful.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a whole process.
It was so sick. And I was like, whoa, dude, it's so really funny. I hit up his uncle, and I was like, yo, like, I really want to make some good quality t-shirts, you know, like, this is sick. And he was like, yeah, bro. He's like, I'm just busy right now. Like, just hit me up later, you know? So I was hitting him up, dude, for like straight up like 2 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, just like, yo, like, when you got time, you know, like, please, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he'll be like, dude, like, catch you next time, you know, catch you next time. And I'll be like,
dang, he's just losing business right there.
Nah, I mean, but
was he doing it? Was he doing it like for like as a favor, or was it gonna be?
Yeah,
like,
it was more of a favor. For
okay,
sure.
yeah,
just because I knew his nephew, you know.
All right, yeah, I could see why it'd take a little bit.
Yeah. Finally, he's like, hey, kid, he's like, you still interested? And I'm like, yeah, bro. Some free time. You know? Yeah, so I was like, dude, I'm super down. I just ended up going to his spot, and yeah, man, it was super tight. He was just showing me like the ropes, the whole thing, you know, and I was like, whoa, dude, this is like a whole process of like burning the screen, of like putting the graphic, of where you even...
Oh, he did all of it.
The whole thing.
Okay.
And I was like, whoa, he was showing me like where to even get the supplies and like all sorts of things. And I was like, man, this is tight. And I was just kind of explaining to him, I think during that time I was ready to like go into like business school. And I was just telling him, I was like, man, like, I want to honestly be as legit as I can be, you know, like, how do we do all this stuff? And he was just putting me like, just showing me the ropes, man, of like the whole website, of like basically, you know, keeping track of your like inventory, the whole thing, man. And I was like, yo, this is amazing. From those screen printed shirts, We ended up making like beanies. We ended up making sweaters. Like it became a whole thing. Again, from like the original idea of like all I wanted to do was like
one shirt.
Yeah, and sell it to the homies. And
Yeah.
You know, random people were like, "What the heck?"
That's
like,
how it starts, man.
This is tight, you know. Fast forward, man. Basically, I got this smiley face right here. But basically, we ended up drawing it like on a napkin, you know. Super random.
A lot of great ideas come from napkins.
I mean, back in the day, you know, it was just some crazy stuff. But we were just like, we were just messing around, in the garage, screen printing or whatever. And yeah, my homie was just like, "Yo, like this would be kind of sick," you know. He's over here just like doodling whatever, and I'm over here doodling too. We're trying to figure it out, and whatever, man. I put that napkin in my pocket. I'm like, whatever. Don't think much of it. We make little pins and stuff too, you know. So he was making like some bootleg pins, just like drawing whatever and like slapping it into like
The
pin
press.
itself. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then we were like, okay, cool, whatever, you know. Put it in my pocket. Didn't think much of it. You know, fast forward. One of my cousins, shout out Edgar, he Primo, man. Wow, what the heck? So he I don't know, we were just kicking it, eating food or whatever. And randomly, man, I'm like, here's a pin, you know, like I don't know, made some goofy pins, like whatever. And he looks at it and he's like, damn, he's like, could I mess with it? And I'm like, yeah. He's a really good artist.
Yeah.
A lot of my family are like really great artists. Unfortunately, they didn't really like pass on to me, but it's all good. Whenever it's my time, you know, it will. But yeah, man, he basically like created the whole thing. So he was just like, dude, it's super tight. Basically, if you look at the graphic once again, as you mentioned earlier, you can see the P as the I and the C as the
nose.
Yeah, and then you can see the CO and the teeth. I don't know if you caught that.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, that's super sick.
I did not catch that, but that is super rad.
That's a hidden gem right there.
Yes.
But yeah, man, he created that logo, and I was like, damn, this is sick. And he was just like, yeah, man.
Too. Like, there's the Instagram right here, and there's the logo. I like that.
Yeah, that's high on. But yeah, basically, I mean, now it became a nonprofit on its own. The whole thing, man, is its own story, but
it became a nonprofit, huh?
So it was, and it still is. It's a t-shirt business, or basically like a clothing brand. And then on the side of that, we ended up starting the nonprofit. So, again, back in like 2022, we ended up getting invited by If Skate.co. They had just hit me up. I don't know if,
who invited you?
If Skate.co.
If Skate.co.
Yeah.
Skate.co.
Yeah.
Is that IF?
That is.
Skate.co?
Yeah.
We just had Greg. He's a team writer.
Oh, no way.
For him.
I don't know who the current team is now, but at least back in the day, some dude named Jay was like, "Hey, bro, I know you're from Compton. Like, we're gonna be in your city. We're gonna do an event. Would you be down to co-host?" And I was like, yeah, when? And he was like, tomorrow at 12. And I'm like,
damn. Short notice.
Even worse, man. We were in Vegas at the time.
Oh.
So we're on vacation, you know. I was with my girl and her family. And we're just out there and we're just like, yeah, for sure. So shout out to my girl, man. I just tell her, I was like, yo, like, they want me to co-host in Compton. And she's like, yeah, for sure, when? And I'm like, tomorrow at 12. And I'm like, we probably got to leave like at 4 in the morning, you know, straight up.
Ooh.
And she was just like, yeah, that's cool. Like, let's just get our stuff, you know. We're already like close to the end of the vacation anyway. So, yeah, man, it was good. We just hopped in the whip, drove to Compton, and we pulled up. And yeah, man, they passed me a megaphone and they were just like,
straight from Vegas, or did you get to go
straight from Vegas?
Damn.
No break, no nothing.
Wow.
Probably eat some breakfast real quick, and that was it. You know, it was just kind of like, let's get straight into it. And I had previously seen some of their events, and then to actually doing something there, I was just like, yo, this is sick, and like, this is super cool.
Was that? Are we talking about the first event that you've done?
Technically, that was just me co-hosting.
Co-hosting, okay.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, sick. And
but I mean, that was the first one you were invited to as well.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, for sure. And like the residents came by and they were just like, yo, this is beautiful, you know? Like, you guys are doing some amazing work here.
Because you had all the children out. And
dude, it was tight, bro. Like,
yeah.
a lot of people just came out. Even if like...
It's a positive... It's a very positive thing, man, skateboarding. Like, because like I said, you grew up in Compton, so I'm sure there was a route you could have taken without... Like, your brothers even, too, because they played sports, right? That kept them out of trouble. Like, you guys finding these things kept you away from all the other crap.
Dude, it's actually really interesting that you mentioned my brother. My older brother, he was like really into like gangs and stuff.
He was the first one?
Yeah, and I was like, dang. So I remember specifically, I think it was like in middle school, high school, probably like high school, probably like freshman year, and he ended up getting shot at.
Ooh.
Yeah, on his way to school, man. It's just super crazy. He ended up getting shot in the foot. He ended up getting shot in the ass. Shout out to his butt cheeks.
No shit.
Yeah, man. I remember. I don't know. We probably
Did that change his way of life after that, or did it take some time? Still?
I feel like it still took some time. He was probably like, all right, like I'm not all about that, you know, but like I'm still like
I'm down.
Yeah, type of thing. But yeah, I mean, to me, it was just an eye opener of like, bro, like they could end your life right then and there.
For sure.
Yeah, I remember my parents just being like super like worried and like.
It's crazy because when you're kind of young, you're like fearless and you're like, yeah. And when you get older, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, no, for sure. So yeah, I mean, that was definitely a big influence to me. I always wanted to be like my brothers. I always thought, again, like as you guys mentioned, the sports. I was just like, yeah, whatever they're doing, like I want to do it too. You know, if they wanted to like learn how to box, I was learning how to box next to them. If they wanted to ride bikes, I was getting my own bike. I was like, whatever. Okay. But yeah, when it was like gangbanging, I was like, man, I don't know if this is the route.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, again, during that time, there were a lot of gangs. A lot of people were like joining all these things, and I was just like, I don't know, bro. I like playing GTA, but I don't think I'm about that life, you know?
That's why I think it's important for you, the way you're doing these events for these children, to see that there's another way.
I mean, that's kind of the beautiful thing about the nonprofit itself. I feel like I'm hoping it kind of gives people hope and like inspiration to like do this themselves.
I mean, like some people say it's not going to help everybody, but there's going to be somebody there that's going to take this and ride with it, you know?
That's the cool thing, man. So, I mean, that also puts it into perspective, like numbers, you know? Like a lot of people are like, oh man, you need like the biggest crowd, or like you need like so many people to like show up. And like sometimes it's just kind of like a really chill event. But like you don't know the impact that you made on these people that showed up.
And sometimes the more chill events are more personable. So like,
for sure,
you know what I mean? Like more people are like, yeah, they got to skate a little bit more because it wasn't so hectic, or like you got to know everybody a little bit better because there wasn't so many people there.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
sometimes it does get too hectic. I want to say that.
Dude, I went to 2 of your events.
You did?
In Compton.
Yes.
The first one was the very first one. I don't know if that's the one where you had you were co-host, and then I went to the Halloween one.
That was sick.
I remember the Halloween one really impacted me because the way you pulled up the skating for a bit to do the Halloween parade where people are walking in a circle. And,
yeah.
Dude, that was awesome, man. There was a big skeleton dude that I remember, you know, like, dude, that stood out, you know, just people walking around, the kids being happy, you know, showing their costumes.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, you know?
Heck yeah.
Heck
for sure, dude.
I think that's the cool thing about these events. You have like your own creative outlet. So as you mentioned, like the costumes and stuff, yeah, bro. We could just tweak it however we want. If we kind of feel like the skating just ain't hidden,
right?
We could do like, bro, we're gonna do like a death race real quick.
Yeah, death race. I was gonna bring that
up. Or like,
up.
you know what? Some kids aren't that comfortable on a skateboard, bro. We'll make you run from like here to the wall or whatever and come back. You know,
and get a board or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like just trying to be inclusive, trying to be creative.
I think that's the best way to do it is when they leave the boards like somewhere far away and then make the kids run to it, because opposed to like board tosses. Like, just like, I know this is going to come out a little later, but I know Paw Grip just had something happen where somebody chucked the board out and the kid got hit.
Dang.
You know, and that's unfortunate too, because sometimes you're right there to catch it. Maybe some other finger flicked it a different way. And now it just went boom, you know?
Yeah.
But, you know, like, and then again, there's a way to throw them out there too. But at the same time, you know, you don't want the parents getting all crazy.
I feel like it's a learning experience. I would say that. I feel like one time, usually I have like other people that are helping me out, and we had like trucks and stuff and like wheels and boards, you know, and this guy threw a truck at somebody and I guess it smacked them.
Ouch.
And I was like, I didn't even know about it until after the fact.
Right.
Probably
You
like
have somebody, yeah.
And he was just like, yo, like, yeah, hit me up. And he was like, yo, he's like, that event was whack. And I was like, what? And he was like, dude, I got smacked in the head with a truck. And I was like, I'm really sorry, you know, like I had no idea that even happened.
I'm like, do you still have the truck? Do you need the other one? Like, I'll hook you up. What?
Crazy, man. But yeah, as to like the board tosses and all that stuff, we try to keep it respectful. You know, we try to like remind people like we really want to focus on the kids,
right?
So I think again, like that learning experience is really important. In the beginning, we were giving out skateboards to the kids or to the people that were just like learning and like. My bad. They were landing all the tricks. So, like, for example, Listo, if you pulled up, like, chances are we gave you some stuff, which is sick, you know? Like, you deserve it 100%. But when I really started to think about it, I was like, man, like these people were getting like 3, 4 skateboards for their performance, which is great. But I mean, at the end of the day, they're only gonna skate like 1 or 2 and try to like sell the other 2,
If
or
that,
like
yeah,
give
if
them away or whatever.
depending if they have a board sponsor, you
For
know,
sure, man.
you know what I mean, or yeah. So these boards could actually potentially go to another kid that might pick up skateboarding.
No, exactly, man. So that definitely started resonating with me. I was like, man, like as much as I want to award these people that are, you know, obviously
Landing.
really great, I also need to understand, like, well, the kids that honestly need it are the ones that aren't that great at skateboarding right now.
Yes.
They're barely learning how to like push. They're barely learning how to like stand on a skateboard. Maybe learn their first all-air kickflip.
And you know how excited they'll be when they get one too.
For sure, man. And I think that's the really cool thing about all of this.
Yeah.
I think I totally agree with you, man. I was watching shout out Brian Sainz's video yesterday from Tijuana. He won best trick on one of the obstacles, and then they pulled him aside. They gave him like his first winning board, and you know he was all hyped. And then the guy that gave him the board that was throwing the event, he's like, "Hey guys, you guys already got a skateboard, and we're throwing a product test. Can you guys just please like give a chance for the other people to get a board? People that haven't got anything, you know, like give them a chance to get like everybody gets everything. Like everybody gets something. There you go."
I think that's the cool thing too, man. I do want to say, like, I wanted to stay away from like kind of like participation points, you know, if I'm being honest, because I also wanted it to be special, you know, like if a kid actually interacts with the event, whether that's like a costume contest or whether that's like the relay race or whatever, you know, or even like a raffle, as long as they participate in it and then they get a prize, I feel like that's a lot more special than, oh, cool, you showed up here, you know, take this. And they're just like, thanks, you know. But in the case of like, they're like, oh, that's so cool. Like,
yeah, they feel like they earned
like,
it a little bit in a way, you know, like, or they at least like even a raffle ticket, they participated in it. They're trying to get something as opposed to like you're walking around saying, hey, you look like you need a board.
Yeah.
And dude's like, thanks.
Yeah. So I'm trying my best to like also create those memories for these kids because like, that could always resonate with them in the future, you know?
Yeah, because I was thinking it's good, like, because Cash for Tricks obviously works for the older guys that have boards and stuff like that. Yeah. But if you can't get the means for cash, then you got to get creative to, like, maybe make, like, little trophies or something like that, you know? Anything that just, you know, make them feel a little special because, I mean, it does take time for you to make these objects as well, you know, and give them out. So, and it just depends on the person, too, whether they're going to, you know, be like, oh, fuck yeah, this is awesome. Or they'll be like, oh, thanks, you know, that's cool.
I mean, again, you can't satisfy everybody.
Of course.
I have learned this throughout the years. I feel like...
I think when they get older, they'll appreciate more. But I do bump into a lot of skaters that appreciate anything they get.
For sure.
Yeah.
Dude, really crazy. This past event, we did one for Go Skate Day in Compton.
Okay, I was going to say, okay.
We just did one. It landed on Father's Day as well. So people still showed up. Shout out to everybody that pulled up. But I remember specifically, I had these shoes. They were a little worn, you know. But I mean, I basically just chucked one. Again, learning experience. You throw one, and if they catch it, you throw them the second one. You know?
Yeah.
Don't be tossing them separate or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he just caught it, and his eyes just lit up. He was just so excited just to like, you know, win something. And I thought that was awesome, bro. Because I was like, whoa, like people are extremely grateful. A lot of people just honestly need the resources, you know, more than like other communities. And that's another thing why I started the nonprofit. I remember specifically like in that first few events, like people were like, dude, it's cool that you're doing something here because a lot of people do things like in LA, in Long Beach, in Orange County, but like Compton isn't really getting the love and the resources, you know. So I was just like,
now are there resources out there for you to take advantage of as well, like, you know, for the nonprofit? Like, are there like, because I know we had Skate Haven here, and they said that a lot of times these parks that they go to do these things, that they have money that they need to give away because the county, if they don't give it away to somebody, they're going to lose it, you know?
Yeah.
So they have to keep using it, but they have to use it for certain things.
For sure. I mean, that's still something that I'm still learning, if I'm being honest. I don't have all the answers, you know, but I mean, I'm learning as I go. And shout out Skate Haven. I mean, they definitely like, you know, showed me some ropes as well.
That's cool.
Again, man, all these like different nonprofits, organizations, buddies of mine, they always like, you know, thankfully they always put me like in the right situations, opportunities. So I'm still learning as I go. But yeah, for sure, man, there are definitely a lot of companies, a lot of parks and recs, a lot of cities that have the funding. And as you just kind of mentioned, like if they don't spend that money, then it kind of goes to waste,
Right.
Or they might even get a budget cut the following
That's
year.
what I'm saying. Yeah, because that's what happens. If they don't use it, they lose it.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I think that's what they need here in Whittier as well. I think they said they need to throw an event at the skate park soon. So I'm thinking,
man.
so I want to get together with my local shop and see if we can get that together.
Maybe need some help.
We're coming up on 200 episodes pretty soon. I think it's gonna drop in September.
Wonderful.
So we want to do something and have try to get people that have been on the show all back at this one.
Dang.
You know what I mean? Have a little reunion or something. It'd be cool.
That's a cool idea.
And then we have another idea where one day we want to go to Hollywood 16 and all these guys that have these dream tricks. We want to make a day where we could let's just go and see who's gonna bring something home.
Oh my goodness, this could flip down to 16.
Well, he's got a trick, and another guest got the same trick in mind. They just drop
on the rail. Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
But the 16, I do kind of dream disco flip too. That'd be insane.
That would be
just to even try it,
Yeah,
I can see that. Literally, man. Yeah, dude, shout out Hollywood 16, bro. That ground is chunky, bro.
Oh, see, I haven't been there, so I don't know. I've never seen it in person in real life.
You gotta check it out, man. It's definitely something to view, and you're just like, yo, what the heck? People really throw down this stuff.
Every place I go to, it's always been oh, wow, this is the spot. Even the courthouse, first time going there, I'm like, oh, I finally know how it's all laid out, with my own eyes.
I feel like sometimes the cameras don't do justice.
Yeah, you kind of see somebody coming from this direction, and then you see another direction, but then once you get there, you go, oh, this is how it actually laid out,
Yeah.
I got something to say with giving back to the community or to the young kids, coming from my heart, I love to give back to them with whatever extra product I have. But what I dislike is when someone's coming to you and asking for free stuff without deserving it or working for it or just bugging you hey, can I have this? Hey, can I have this?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll give it to you, but I got to see a kick flip or a heel flip or something, or if it's just a little kid that needs it and I see it, I'm like, hey, bro.
That's different. Yeah, if you could make a good judgment on it,
I think that's what it is, for sure.
Yeah,
but for sure, people be trying to scam, bro. 100%.
Freeloading, right?
Well, there are the kids the ones that just ask for just everything for anything because they've probably got something before. And they're like, oh, shit, that was easy. Let me just ask everybody then.
That too, man. But I feel like even the older people, try to finesse you sometimes.
Oh, for sure. They think they're slick.
I'm like, what the heck? This past event, this dude pulled up and he was like, yo, he's like, I'm trying to get a board. And I was like, for sure. Are you going to participate? And he's like, no. He's like, I got a nephew at home. And I was like, come on, bro. The nephew got to be.
He's all trying to get him a birthday gift without,
basically.
he's like.
And I'm like, I don't even know this dude has a nephew, hold on. So I was just like, no, man, it's not really fair, for the kids to actually pull up and participate. And,
you're taking away a board from somebody that's here.
And again, this is specifically for the youth. I'm not saying I exclude adults and stuff.
Of course,
we're gonna prioritize the kids first.
But like I said, I would make a judgment. You know what I mean? That's what I would do. Sometimes you just want people to just be like, all right, here, dude, just get that. Yeah. But at the same time, you want to do what's right. You know what I mean? You don't want to just give them something and let them feel like, I got that.
There's some times where I'm getting a little bit better on it, but before when I'll show up to contests, I'll come with all this energy and hunger of just going all out,
Yeah.
But now I'm like, all right, I got to back off, let the youngsters skate, let them win their prizes. And when it's time for the big step, I'll jump in, But the little obstacles, leave it for the kids, the simple stuff. Me, I've been in the game for a while. I've won a lot of stuff. Leave it for the kids, So I'm learning how to just give it to them and leave it to them,
Yeah, because I think I like it. I like it both ways. I like when they separate the youngsters from the older guys but I like when the youngsters get to participate with the older guys because then they feel part of it, Especially when they're determined to get that one trick and you're like, dude, look at this little dude. This guy's awesome.
No, for sure. I think again, half and half. Again, still learning, but yeah, I feel like it's cool when it is split at a certain point, just because it allows kids to
have their chance and time.
Yeah, because for sure the older people are yeah, bro, back to back, do, and the little kids are barely even trying to scope out the scene and be like,
the primitive one. It was kind of hectic, man. That little park, dude. There's so many people there.
That was crazy.
You know what I mean? And it was the little kids had their time, but they were just kind of they kind of stayed in their little section. So the bigger kids, me too, were skating over here in this section, and and I was like, most people just sat down because they knew, like, all right, this is their time.
Yeah, sometimes it is a little overwhelming too for the people that come by. I know a lot of people are like super excited. They're like, yeah, like I'm learning these tricks or I'm gonna land these, and they pull up and it's just like 30, 40 people all doing the same obstacle, and like people are just like ready to go, and you're like, dang. So I know it could be really intimidating. We try our best just to kind of like, kind of let them know, like, bro, like, please take your time, like, be mindful of like the next person. And of course, like, if somebody falls, I think that's kind of the trickier part. When somebody falls on the obstacle and the next person's like ready to go, and like, man, they haven't even cleared their space, like, chill out, man, it's not that serious. Like, we'll give you an extra minute if you need it, we'll play an extra song. Like,
that is true, because like in the very beginning of, like, say everybody's attacking a rail, I mean, damn, it just gets hectic where boards are flying everywhere, people are dodging everybody, it's just, and then I know people that won't even go in until like everybody starts getting tired a little bit.
That's smart, man.
And then they jump in, like, all right,
strategy right there.
Yeah.
For sure, people pull up like at the last minute. It's even funnier, man, when you do like a best trick. Like, let's just say we time it 15 minutes, they pull up like at the 13-minute mark, and they start throwing like fresh tricks, and you're like, yo, what the heck?
Where'd this guy come from?
Yeah, and then ends up winning the whole thing. You're like, damn, this is crazy, bro. Like,
strategy,
basically, man. But smart.
Look at Listo just soaking in all this knowledge.
I know, he's like, all right, I'm gonna use this next time.
I was just thinking about like the events you threw. I like how you organized everything. Like, you switched a best trick on every, like, 3 obstacles, and then you switch the age, like, all right, people from this age to this age, you guys go first, and then after that 18 and older.
That's cool.
So, trying to keep it fresh, man. I'm trying to keep
let me know when you do the 35 and over, that one.
Yeah,
man. I don't think you want to join that one, Skacho.
I don't know.
I'm gonna be 35.
Okay, then. Wow, then we'll go 40 and up.
Yeah, that new generation, man, for real.
I know, skating 35, you're skating like that still, damn.
Hey, for real, man, that's a lot of effort, man. Shout out to you, bro.
Back then, thank you, bro. Back then, in the days, 35, they see you skating, you'll be like, man, you're supposed to have a house, be married, your family. But now, dude, times have changed,
Yeah.
I mean, you should still have those things, but yeah, you could still skate.
Yeah.
Well, some people do, not
but
me,
the way this world is, man, they make it tough, dude. They make it tough.
Man. Yeah. Yeah, it's super difficult out there, but making the most out of things.
We got to make the most out of things, and it seems like that's what you're doing, especially with the nonprofit and with what you got going on. Because I like the fact that you're handing out shoes that day too, like some New Balances and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
again, man, shout out to Super Skate Posse. They were basically the main organization, and then they connected with like Primitive and like Tilly's, and then Skate Haven. But yeah, man.
You got the invite as well, like
basically, we pulled up just trying to like support and stuff.
Do you have to call and make arrangements with them, or do they invite you, like, or do you see like an event and say, hey, we'd love to be part of this? Or
I mean, I guess we just kind of have that leverage, It's cool, man. I guess when you make like these connections, it's kind of like, bro, like, we already know what you're doing. Like, I know you're gonna do. We trust you for this.
Yeah.
Just pull up, man.
Like,
we got you,
That's cool.
And then I'm like, what the heck? So pull up. I'm thinking it's gonna be a really chill like vibe, and I'm all excited, man, because I'm like, what the heck? Antoine Dixon's just right here, and we're just taking photos. Dude, really funny guy, bro. Like, this is the first time I actually like really genuinely connected with him. Where we're like snagging photos and stuff, and I'm all hyped, man, because I'm like, what the heck? And then
he was on that day. Well, I didn't realize the guy that was with him was like capturing the whole moment.
Yeah.
Because some guy was asking me, do you want me to take that photo for you? I'm like, nah, I don't know who you are. Like, I didn't know he was like his camera guy for the day.
Yeah, man, it's legit, so that's cool. Seeing all these people again. And I mean, the more events like you go to, like, you're gonna see like familiar faces,
Yes.
So some of the people there, they were like, "Oh, cool. Is it cool if I take a photo with you?" And I'm like, "Oh, what the heck? Like, yeah, bro. I'm here to like take photos with other people." But
that's right.
Man, super excited, So, I mean, it's kind of interesting just to kind of see how, again, throughout the years, it was just kind of like, man, just to be very honest, bro. Like, it was really difficult from the beginning point, because like nobody really wanted to do anything in the beginning, and like now, fast forward. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, bro, when's the next one? Like, how can we support? How can we do this? And I'm like...
And the thing is, too, like, we're trying to do more events as well. But, like, for me, like, my living situation doesn't always allow me to get out and do everything. But, I mean, it's rad when we do get invited to these things. They want us to be there, part of it, set up a booth and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, if we keep more local stuff, we can get to it. But a lot of stuff we're invited to is like Redlands and way out, kind of far out. So,
Yeah, some of these places are
Vegas, we got invited to the Curb Show, and I'm like, damn, I would love to do that.
That does sound tight.
You know,
Hey, sometimes you gotta set time aside, you know.
you know, and yeah, that's probably going to be in the future for sure.
Yeah. Is it cool right now if we take a quick
let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right, everybody, we are back, and we still are talking about Pushing Compton Projects. I was almost going to abbreviate it, but but let's see here. I have a question here. Do you have a most memorable event that you've?
Man, I want to say the first one we ever did.
The first one?
Yeah.
It's always got to be the special.
Officially, yeah, because I feel like, I mean, originally how it started, so that If Skate one was definitely like the inspiration, you know? It was definitely like, yeah, it was just tight just because it definitely put into perspective like what the community needs and what it could actually be. Mm-hmm. So I ended up reaching out, and again, they were just like, it's cool, we did it once, but like we're not gonna run it again, you know? And I was like, dang, like, why not? You know? And they were just like, well, on the business side, like, it doesn't really make any sense.
I hate when that happens.
But, I mean, again, coming from that business perspective, it for sure makes sense. It's just kind of like, why would you go to a community, give away stuff, and, like, that's it? You know, you just...
It is true. But like you said, like, sometimes if it is non-profit stuff, it's not coming out of your budget, really. Yeah. You know, you're just giving the community what it deserves. That the money that was going to go to, you know.
Well, I would say at that time it was still done through the clothing brand, so it wasn't yet into that phase yet.
So yeah, so money was like, it's just doing it for the love, pretty much.
Literally, yeah. So at the time, I was just like, all right, bet, like I'm just gonna do it and figure it out, you know. Mm-hmm. So I reached out to a ton of like buddies of mine, reached out to all these companies and stuff. Dude, I was going crazy, bro. Like, at a certain point, Instagram, like, blocked my account. They were just like, dude, you hit up way too many people. And I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing. You know?
What?
Like, yeah. They
never heard of that, too.
Well,
yeah.
I guess they, like, suspended my account for, like, 3 weeks or something. And I was like, what the heck? And thankfully, I mean, I have other accounts. So I started, like, you know, just chilling out. But I was basically just reaching out to people and being like, hey, like, you know, my name's David. I'm basically trying to do something in Compton. We're trying to do a skate event. We're just going to provide, you know, whatever we can for the kids. Or during the time, it was just like the community.
Are you reaching out to like people to be vendors, or are you reaching out for people?
I was reaching out to everybody and anybody.
Okay.
You know, whether that was like different like shoe stores or like different like community partners or whatever, you know, anything. Buddies of mine, whether they had like.
And also like the park and recreations, like the ones that. You have to contact them to throw an event too, right?
Nowadays, yeah. So
or you were poaching it. You're like just
during the time we're just doing whatever, you know.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was tight. So that first event, we brought in like, well, the idea was that we wanted to tailor it to like 20 or 30 kids. You know, that was the whole plan. Again, so I have the clothing brand, and I was like, cool, man. I'll bring some t-shirts and. One of the people from the skate park, they were like, bro, like, I'm down to bring a grill and like we'll make hot dogs and hamburgers, and that's gonna be the whole event.
Yeah,
we give out t-shirts, we'll give out food, and that's it, you know. So that event, we brought in like 300 people, bro.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I was like, what the heck? We had 2 buses, we had some drones. During that time, the LA Times and the New York Times pulled up, and I was like, what the heck? Like, how did this even come about? That was the first one, man, and I was like, whoa, like this is actually pretty big, you know?
Yeah.
So I think during that time, I was just like, all right, like this is something that could definitely catch on. Mm-hmm. Again, we're only thinking like 30 people max, and like that thing was super short.
And you posted it on like Instagram and all that stuff?
Yeah, for sure, man. That's kind of the beauty of technology.
Right.
A lot of people, I mean, they could kind of get the word from like Instagram or like, I mean, word of mouth, you know? But,
right.
But yeah, man, I mean, all these things are relatively free, you know, for what it is. But yeah, during that time, basically one of the individuals, I guess like a spectator, was like, yeah, this is sick, but like, how is it going to be sustainable for the long run, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's something I hadn't thought about during that time. But yeah, man, it got pricey quick, you know, from
for
like
sure.
Getting the food to like the t-shirt to like screen printing the whole thing, stickers and all that stuff. Probably like a little over like $1,000. You know?
Easy.
Yeah, and I was like, man, and we ran out quick. So Yeah, I was just thinking, like, I don't know, man. I don't know how to do this in the long run.
I order 200 stickers and they can go in one event probably.
Yeah, for sure. But
You know what I'm saying?
about stickers, like, people love stickers, man.
I know.
That's tight. But yeah, man, it's pricey. So the guy was like, you know what? He was like, I can help you out, you know? And he was like, I have a couple nonprofits of myself. Like, I would love to basically, you know, show you the ropes.
That's
I was
cool.
like, what the heck? Dude, I was super hesitant, bro, because I was like,
Yeah, you never know. Like,
dude, just coming from Compton, like, I mean, the individual was a white man, and I was like, I don't know, bro. You know, kind of like having that mentality too of like, oh, I don't want like any handouts. Like, I could figure this out by myself.
okay.
But at a certain point, I was just like, man, this is probably like a really great opportunity, just because I could do it on myself, but it's gonna take me a minute, you know.
Right.
And whether that's even I want to dedicate the time and the effort into it, or I could have this individual basically show me the ropes, kind of like a shortcut in a way.
It is.
And I mean, we'll just get straight to it, you know? So I was just like, man, you know what? Okay, let's run it. So he basically just gave me the rundown. This was like during like COVID time. So everything was like virtual. He was just like, look, he's like, check this out. This is how we're going to do it. And I was like, all right, sweet. So originally it was called The Compton Project. Dude, it took me so long, bro. It took me so long to think of that name. I was just like, man, that's powerful. At least to me, I was just like, The Compton Project is like, to me, I was like, man, this is like a dream, man. The mission statement in the beginning, it was just to unite the black and brown people through skateboarding. That was it. That was the whole purpose. That was the whole idea. And I was like, this is beautiful, man. This is cool, you know? Like, and especially in skateboarding, like people come from like different communities, different backgrounds, different everything, bro. And I'm just like, whoa, different age groups, and everyone just basically unites through skateboarding. And I'm like, what the heck? Doesn't even make any sense, you know? Like people are, you know, the most unique individuals, and like again, they just hop on a skateboard, and now we're homies.
And we speak the same language, yeah, and we're friends. You know, like
it's wild.
We went skating all the way in San Diego one time. This was back when I first started like making friends with everybody in the community and stuff. And I swear, we went to like afterwards, we went to like In-N-Out, and it was like, you know, I'm Mexican. We had the homie, what was his name? From La Habra. Jesus, he's black. We got the little kid with us when Joey when he was small, you know what I mean? I'm like, and then I'm sure like probably a white guy with us or something. I can't remember, but I remember just looking around, going like, dude, we're like the oddest group of people just sitting together, having a meal. Like people around here going like, how the hell do these guys know each other? Skateboarding,
literally.
You know,
for sure.
Crazy.
Man.
Bompton, that was his name.
There you go.
It's because we call him Bompton. No,
that's wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, back to the whole nonprofit. Again, we started as the Compton Project, and fast forward, we were able to do, I think we did like a Halloween event within that year, you know, so that was like 2022. And yeah, man, everything was good. We ended up like releasing some skateboards. I think we made like a batch of like 40 boards.
That's cool.
It was tight, man. We gave it out to all the kids or whatever, anybody that pulled up. So honestly, if you guys have one of those, like they're never gonna get released.
That's crazy.
So yeah, again, if you have one, like
that's cool. That. Did you keep one?
I should have. I had one, and there's a local like coffee shop that supported a lot of the things that we do. So I was just like, yo, like this is like
put it on the wall.
One. Yeah, man, and they still have it there. So if you guys ever pull out to Patria Coffee,
okay,
it's right there, bro, right at the cashier. It's pretty sick.
That's dope.
But yeah, man, we started as the Compton Project, and unfortunately, like things did take a turn. That was kind of unfortunate. When things started getting really serious, I was starting to ask, you know, the questions, bro. I was like, yo, like, how's the money looking? How much money are we actually bringing in?
And the guy was like, what do you mean it's nonprofit?
Dude, it got really crazy just because I wanted to see the financial statements. I wanted to see how much money we were making.
Right.
I wanted to see whether these
where
events,
the money's going and all that stuff too.
That too, but also understanding like the impact that we can make.
Okay.
Are we only making $5,000 or are we making $50,000? You know, like how much can we provide for the community? And at that point, he was just like, man, he's like, don't worry about it, bro. He's like, I got you covered. Like, we're chilling, you know? And I was like, dude, we are not chilling. Like, this is not okay.
Sounds
you know?
a little shady, yeah.
Super shady. And yeah, at the end, it was just like, I guess we just kind of had to break ties, you know? And I was like, man.
Yeah.
So again, man, this is something that I really wanted to put a lot of effort into. And I was like, man, I ended up reaching out to certain people because now I'm like, dude, I don't know what the heck I signed, bro. I was like super freaking out because I was like, man, I really want to make sure I'm covered legally. And I
Right.
want to make sure
You're
like,
in
I
a
don't.
contract with this guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, we're business
Right,
partners.
right,
That was
right.
my understanding, and that kind of sucks that things just kind of took a turn for
Yeah,
the
but
worse.
and legally, could you have done anything to him as well? Like find out, subpoena his, all
Dude,
his
chances are, realistically,
finances.
yeah, more than likely.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, yeah, at a
And then,
certain
but how
point,
much is that going to cost you
yeah.
in the long? It's just because it's not cheap.
Nah, I mean, at this point, it's just whatever,
It
bro.
is whatever now, but yeah, at the time, it's like,
Yeah,
whew,
for sure. But
yeah.
again, connecting through all these people, man, I connected with this specific organization called Watts Community Corps. Shout out T. But yeah, man, she put me on game, bro, really quick. And again, I think it's always cool just seeing like different communities, like what they're doing.
Hmm.
Specifically, her community or her organization, like they give out like food, they give out clothing, they give out different resources to the kids in Watts. And one time she had just invited me and she was just like, yo, like, you guys should pull up. If you guys have some volunteers, like, we could definitely use the help.
At a skate park as well, or
Nah, it
at
was just
somewhere else?
like at a residence, like kind of like in the projects, honestly, like on some like, yo, what the heck? Like, this is a hood, bro. Like, you think
Yeah.
your place is hood? Like, nah,
So
this is it.
like a pop up though, like in the residence.
Basically, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. So, but the thing was, like, I didn't really know much of them, at the time. So again, this is dating back like 4 years ago. And she was just like, yeah, like, you know what? We're gonna do a turkey drive. We're gonna give away 1,000 turkeys.
Damn.
Like, we would just basically want to do this. And I was like, for sure.
And
So
what did you need to do while you were there? Just help out?
yeah, during the time, she was just like, if you bring in some volunteers, like that could definitely help. But
Uh-huh.
basically, we're just providing. I think during the time it was like Thanksgiving, Christmas time around
Mhm.
there. So she was just like, yeah, basically we're gonna provide presents too. So she basically just like stationed us wherever, if it or if there was like space, we'll take up the space. But yeah, basically just giving it out to kids. But man, that event was crazy because again, it was 1,000 turkeys. It was like 1,000 pies, like 1,000 plus toys. I was like, what the heck? She had like the sponsorships of like Stance socks. A Tebow was there. Dude, a Tebow was there. I was tripping out. I was like,
That's crazy.
what the heck is a Tebow doing here? And yeah, man, I was just like, this is super tight. I'm over here just trying to like keep my
That's
composure and stuff. I'm like, what the heck?
that's
And I'm
real
over here just
humbling to know, you know?
yeah, for sure. But yeah, man, the whole organization does amazing things, and she was just telling me like, dude, like whenever you're serious about it, like I'll put you on. Like I'll show you literally like the ropes. Like it's gonna be a really beautiful thing. Like this
Damn.
is possible.
Right.
And I was like, what the heck, dude? A really crazy story about her. What really like gave me the confidence on some really crazy stuff, man. I think it was like during that time of that event. She was just like, yo, like I need a favor. And I was like, yeah, I bet. Like, what do you need? And she was like, dude, like, I have this like U-Haul spot. I don't know if you'd be down to, like meet me there. And I was like, yeah, for sure. She's like, all right. She's like, I'm gonna need you to like, purchase or like rent out a U-Haul. And I was like, what the heck? Like, it's kind of weird. Dude, I'm just like meeting this lady.
Yeah.
So she was just like, yeah, she's like, we're gonna put your name on file or whatever, and we're gonna basically rent out a U-Haul. I'm gonna give you whatever things I have. She was telling me, she was like, I have some skateboards for you guys. And I was like, okay, cool. I didn't think much of it. I was just like, cool, man. Like, probably get some like Walmart boards or whatever. I don't know. Anything, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll take it. We don't mind at all. And she was just like, yeah, I have some couple like, miscellaneous stuff, whatever, some helmets, pads, stuff. And I was like, tight. But yeah, she was just like, dude, like, if anything, just pull up. You're gonna get the skateboards, you're gonna take the U-Haul, you're gonna circle back, and then we're gonna utilize it for like the turkeys, basically. And I was like, okay, for sure. I was like, how much is this gonna run me, And she was like, it's not that much, whatever. I don't know, man. It probably came out to like 150 or something.
Mhm.
Nothing too crazy. But again, during that time, I'm barely like learning who this lady is.
Right. And you're
And I'm
like, what
like,
is going on here?
yeah. So we pull up to the storage, man. It's this gigantic storage. And she's like, bet. She's like, look at all this stuff. She's like, all this is you. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was just like, yeah. She's like, you're doing really cool shit in Compton. Like, just give it all out. She's like, I want nothing in return. Like, dude, that was like the most craziest experience just because, I mean, when we valued the whole thing, it was like a little over like 20 grand worth of skateboarding product.
Wow.
It was like girl skateboards, chocolate skateboards, helmets from like ProTech and do all these things, bro. She gave us like a ton of toys that they were gonna utilize again. They just had extras and stuff, and she was like, "Again, what you guys are doing in Compton is super awesome." So like,
Yeah. Was this for the turkey drive or was this for?
yeah, it was like around that time.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, dude, it's super crazy because it just gave me just a different perspective. Like, man, some people really just want to help out. You know, it's not about like, oh yeah, I'm doing you a favor, so you're gonna do me one. You know, it's not like
Yeah,
we're not
I don't
counting
like
favors.
when people use something like that to try to keep you in their pocket. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And
It's like, bro.
but I mean, again, man, the beauty of it is like, I mean, seeing how I kind of got screwed over in the first place, if I'm being honest, to like somebody that just genuinely wants to help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, like I was really foolish in that aspect of like just choosing the wrong side.
But that's what happens, man. Like there's that saying, you know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
True.
You know what I mean? So it's like that's how you learn.
I think that's the real importance of the whole story. I think it's like, yeah, it's all learning experience. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you can't necessarily grow unless you try, and sometimes, I mean, it's not the most.
And sometimes the
easy
only
thing.
way to grow is to fail, and maybe
True.
not even fail. Just take some, you know, some step backs a little bit. You know, it's like, you know, failing is. I don't really like that word. As long as you keep, you know, moving forward and keep trying, you know, that's not a fail to me.
100%, man.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, man. Just to finish off the Pushing Compton Project story, yeah, she was just like, yo, like legally speaking, you cannot use the Compton Project anymore.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that was my baby, you know, like that was the one.
I have a question. What do you mean you can't use it?
It belongs to the other guy, right?
Yeah, it belonged to the other person.
So you can't use the name. You can't throw the event for
Not at
yourself.
all, man. No.
Not under that name.
Okay.
So she was like, there are loopholes. You could call it the Compton Project 2. And I was like, bro, it sounds whack. Straight up. She was like, you could call it whatever, blah, blah, the Compton Project, whatever. And I was like, nah, that ain't it. And she was like, well, she was like, you're going to have to figure something out, you know? So now we revert back to the clothing brand, which is basically abbreviated PCP.
Almost already Compton Project.
Basically, yeah, because we had already ran a couple events through that already.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, man, fast forward, I was like, man, I was just thinking of something that just fit. And I was like, well, it makes sense. You're pushing on the skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, we're trying to like push forward like this movement.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, dude, this is great. Basically, again, now it's Pushing Compton Project. And it basically, you know, abbreviation again, man. It's all messed up. But yeah, just PCP, you know?
That's it is what it is, man. And you know what? There's a positive to it because people are gonna remember that name for one
True.
thing, and then there's that other side to it where it has that negative to it. You know,
Well, I think
because
now
of that.
I just embrace it at this point. I
Yeah.
think it's more of a marketing thing.
It is.
I feel like people are like, what the heck? Like, what is that? You know? And then they're like, oh, dang, this is cool. Like, they're doing some skateboarding stuff, positive stuff.
Right.
For the most part, I mean, it
And
is.
you could change because nowadays, I at least in my experiences now, I don't hear about that drug as much anymore. So it might even get like, you know what I mean? So it's like maybe you're just gonna just go away, and then now it becomes you. You know?
mean, I do remember this story. This lady was like, yo, like, my mom heard of your brand, and she started getting like flashbacks. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, yeah, like back in the day, she used to use it. And I was like, whoa, like, nah, like, we're not, you know, promoting it.
I
like,
could see some people having that too.
Yeah, so I was like, you know, I just want to clear that out there. Like,
Yeah, no.
that's not what we're promoting, but yeah, it's really funny, just kind of what it is now.
Mhm.
So yeah, I know you kind of mentioned the whole intro thing. You can't necessarily.
Well, we try to because we never know what YouTube is gonna like, you know, ding us with, or we don't want any issues with it, you know, especially because they ask us, like, they go through the episode and see what kind of advertisements they want to show for us.
I know it.
Yeah, because if it's kid friendly, they'll probably show more kids kind of advertising. But if it's more adult friendly, like what we do, you get the, you know, the what do you call those pills, those Viagra pills or whatever?
Oh,
you know, you get those
for sure.
commercials and all that shit. You know?
Interesting. Hey man, get your revenue however it goes. But yeah, I mean, in regards to all that stuff, I think it's also important just kind of like standing out in this industry, which I never really understood all that stuff. But man, there's a lot of Davids out there. There's a lot of Garcias out there, and I'm like, man. So yeah, you know, now just kind of moving forward with like the PCP name, and then just Dave. So now it's just PCP Dave, and that's just kind of how we're moving forward. I feel like that definitely resonates with people more compared to like Yeah, David who? Like,
Yeah.
mean, we already met so many.
You know
Davids
Dave,
before.
right? You know PCB Dave. Oh
Exactly,
yeah.
yeah.
We know that guy for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's rad. What's up?
Funny
You know?
thing about that Anaheim event, I mean, I'd already met David from Dagger Skateboards, and then they call him Dagger Dave, and the host, I believe he was called like, man, I don't even know, like Motor Dave or something. I don't know what the heck. And I was
So
like,
there was
Chopper
a-
Dave, Chopper Dave. And I was
Chopper
like,
Dave.
what the heck? And I was like, bro, I guess I'm PCP Dave here. But yeah, everyone's called David, so I was like, man, this is rough. So definitely, again, you know, you got to stand out.
Which David am I looking for? You're looking for PCB David.
Yeah, bro, he's over there.
Is he
basically.
on P? Nope, he's not. He's over there just handing out shoes.
But it's all good, man. Yeah, dude, that event was tight. I'm really glad you guys were able to be there.
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was the first time
cool,
me
man.
being at that park, so it was really, really cool.
Same.
It was crowded, but it was still a good time.
For sure, man.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And it,
My bad. Did you get PCP Pushing Compton Project? Did you get a copyright or trademark for anybody who won't be able to use that name?
Man, that's an extremely great question. So legally, everything is legit. Everything is like covered on our behalf. Yeah, just moving forward, just basically making sure we meet those deadlines and all that stuff. There's a lot of, I guess, like business things you guys got to do. Again, there's like certain like just paperwork and all that stuff. But yeah, for the trademark and like the whole name, we're all covered. We all have it.
did you have to figure out the paperwork yourself, or did you have someone?
Dude, again, I mean, the cool
Help.
thing is like you could just Google stuff, you know,
Yeah.
if you really want to. Started like, I mean, I started using like ChatGPT.
And
myself.
was it price? How was the price for that?
For the whole thing, if I'm being honest, so fast forward, this lady from Watts, she was just like, "I'll run you game, but like, it's gonna cost you, you know?"
Right.
And I was like, "For reals?" And she was like, "Yeah, dude." She's like, "Nothing in life is free."
Nothing's
you know?
free.
And I was like, that's real though, you know? And she was just like, yeah. But she's like, if you want to do it, like, she's like, we'll get the whole paperwork, everything done. Like, I'll show you X, Y, and Z, the whole thing. We'll show you how to like do your own taxes and everything, bro. And I'm like, what the heck? Like the whole thing. And I was like, damn, this is tight. She even helped me like word it better, you know, just so it could be approved by the IRS. And now we're like a registered 501c3, which basically just means we're able to like get these different like grants. People are able to like use these as like write-offs. And again, it helps us utilize these
Because
products.
now you get storage units of stuff and not like boxes.
Oh, for sure, man.
You know
So,
what I'm saying?
I don't know if you guys were being mindful about the shoes that were given at the event, but like the New Balances, they were the Jamie Foys.
Mm-hmm.
I guess like maybe a colorway that didn't successfully do too well,
Wow.
but nonetheless, I mean, they're really great shoes, you know?
But still, now somebody has something that no one else is going to have.
That is true, man. The cool thing again is like these organizations are able to utilize these resources, you know?
Right.
So New Balance gets a tax write-off.
Right.
And
And they don't lose. They it's kind of like either they got to destroy everything or what can they do with it?
Yeah, bro, donate it. And if you guys need people to donate it to Pushing Compton Project, you know?
Yes.
But yeah, man, I think it's actually really interesting just to kind of see what other organizations are doing and how basically it could all kind of work for one another, you know?
That's amazing. Because like I said, like if we do like an event one day, you know, which I would love to do, we have Shove It Tacos that's already you know willing to come and bring the food, and they got people that donate the food to them too as well.
That's
So
sick.
they're all that stuff's written off too. So they got it all worked out, you know. And
That's sick, man.
so I mean, it's just bringing in who wants to be part of it, you know.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of effort, man, when you do these events.
I'm sure, and like I've never thrown an event. I know people that have, so I'm sure they would help, you know. But as far as like, you know, I would love to try, you know, at least have one for Where the Locals Sk8 one
Yeah,
day.
man, for sure. Do that thing, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Be excited to see that happen.
Heck yeah. And is there somebody like, is there a dream collab that you want to do an event with?
Dang. A dream collab. With like skateboards or like.
Yeah, anybody. It could be like shit. It could be Costco. I don't know. Like,
I mean, I do just want to put it out there, man. I feel like, especially recently, I feel like I've been a huge supporter of like New Balance. I feel like they just got some really good shoe styles and everything. So
New
yeah,
Balance
man.
is huge.
If they want to be a part of it, I mean, I would be super honored. But yeah, man, I think that would be a really cool goal, just to have a dream, you know. But the crazier thing is like, I know it's bound to happen, you know. I don't even think it's like that far of a stretch. It's kind of like
Yes.
it's going to happen. Like I could generally believe in that manifestation and like that effort and like so yeah, man. But whenever it does happen, I mean, I'll remember this episode.
I
mean,
love that. I
that was
love
the
that.
day,
Yep. I
But,
love that.
yeah, man, that'd be sick for sure.
Anybody not in skating you would like to work with? Maybe there's a band you would like to bring in, or maybe there's like a artist or something. I don't know.
For sure, man. I'm gonna have to mention this song for sure. I think we have had artists in the past, like some of my buddies of mine like do like rapping or like they produce like music and stuff. But I mean, I think it'd be sick, man, if we get like Kendrick Lamar or something. Since
That's a dream.
Yeah, that
he's
is a far
Compton.
stretch for sure.
I mean, you seen Atiba there. I could see him doing something like that for his hood.
Yeah, for sure, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Just gotta connect with the right people,
That's it. Or just it has to reach him somehow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, the beauty again, man, of all like this social media and all this stuff. You never know, man.
It could be possible.
For sure. Somebody gets tagged, somebody whatever, and then it just somehow ends up on his life.
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
just like, huh.
Oh, he's doing this in my city? I want to be part of that.
Let's check it out. Yeah. So I mean, that'll be round 2 for this episode.
Dude, yeah.
Man, let's get that thing, yeah, for sure. But that'll be sick, man. That'll be a dream.
And real quick, do you have like a photographer or anybody or a videographer that comes in and captures everything for you?
Yeah, I mean, not officially, but I mean, I do have buddies of mine that do come out.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out like Andy, he pulls up. His tag is like Solis Art LA. You guys got to check out his stuff. It's super good.
Okay.
We also got, I mean, honestly, just a couple of buddies of mine, man, that just pull up. And the cool thing is like a lot of them are either barely getting into like photography or like they've been doing this, but like they never really done it in like skateboarding,
Okay.
So like that's also interesting when people don't really know, like, oh, you need certain angles. Like whatever you think you're capturing just like on a basic whatever level is like a lot different when it's like
if you're capturing
obstacles.
skateboarding.
For sure,
For
man.
sure.
Yeah, so I think it's also interesting putting people in these different situations or like these opportunities where it's just kind of like, whoa, that's different.
I would think it'd make them excited because
Yeah.
now they get to relearn something.
It's time, man.
Yeah.
You get to see it and like, people definitely put in a lot of effort and like,
And then they get it all in like, oh shit, I gotta get me one of those. What do they call them? Fisheye lenses now.
That's
You know,
crazy.
they
man.
get into it, right?
The cool thing again, man, with those things, with these events, when these photographers and videographers show up, is like the kids are seeing it, and they're just like, yo, this is sick. Like, maybe I don't have that fancy camera, but I do have the phone in my pocket. Like, let me just pull that out and like start, recording, start taking photos. And
That and what if they're not the greatest skateboarder, but they can still be part of it because they can pick up the camera.
For sure, man.
You know, there's always a spot for somebody in this industry if they really want it.
Exactly. Everything is like highly appreciated, man. Whenever we see like these different perspectives of all these people that are posting, like whatever we just did, it's like, well, what the heck? I didn't even see that. Like that's so cool, man. Usually we have like the fingerboard company that pulls up. That's a fingerboards.
We love
Shout
them
out to
over
them,
there.
man.
They're fans of ours.
Yeah, they made a custom, badge of ours and super cool, man. But they pull up with their skate parks and again, man, you get to see these kids like being all hyped about their, parks and they film it themselves and tag it and all that stuff. And I'm like, dude, this is cool because like obviously I'm in the middle of like the event. I don't really get to see like the
everything.
Right.
Right.
And like, man, it's cool because like again, you get to see it from like different perspectives. It's
yes, that's always got to be fun too. Like you said, you're going through other people's Instagrams because they tagged you or whatnot, or even maybe you see something else and you're like, wow, I'm glad to see everybody having a good time.
I mean, again, with Instagram now, you can like collaborate and stuff on posts. So like sometimes it's just kids that are like, dang, I don't have like the biggest following, but like I want to get myself out there.
You collab with them, and all of a sudden they get all these followers.
Exactly.
They're all excited.
It's like, what the heck? This is sick. And I'm like, yeah, man. Well, I mean, if you guys want to, keep doing this, I mean, this is an opportunity for you guys to.
I like the fact that you would collab with them because it just makes your channel grow as well.
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, I got nothing to lose.
On our channel, I try to keep it like whoever's been on the show.
Yeah.
That's who we start posting, and if, like I say, if you want to be posted, come to the show.
I mean,
but we do support anybody that supports us. If you put a sticker on your board and you tag us, we're posting that.
I try to be mindful too, because like I have scoped out some accounts that I'm just like, nah, like this ain't it. You guys are posting crazy stuff.
That too, like we're not gonna be posting booty shaking and all that stuff. You got one skate clip and the rest is all.
That's funny.
Hesh hippie, I'm talking to you. Ah.
Dude, there's
For
been
sure.
some pages where like they're professional and out of nowhere just posting things that are not related to what their page is about, you know?
Yeah.
So then I'm just like, oh, I'm following.
Exactly, man, and that's really important on like consistency, you know, and like of the image that you want to put out there. So
Yes.
yeah, bro. I mean, I never really thought about any of these things when people are like, "Oh man, you got to be mindful of like the things you're wearing, you know, or like the things you're saying, or like,
All that.
yeah, the people that you're hanging out with, because like somebody's seeing that, you know." And I remember the specific situation where, I mean, again, like I have a lot of buddies of mine that pull up, and like when I have the opportunity to like connect them with somebody that could put them like on a bigger scale, like I'm gonna try my best, you know. So in this case, like we're talking business, and it's going really well, man. And I'm like, yo, this is sick. Like I already have a couple of people that I really want to connect them with, you know. And they do pull up, but like, dude, they're super faded, bro.
Yeah.
They're extremely faded, and I'm like, yo, I'm not about
Cannabis
to
faded or but like
probably
alcohol?
both. Across.
Yeah.
Yeah, low key, just like not.
I can't even introduce you to this person because
And
you're gonna blow it right now.
That's what hurt the most, bro. Because I was like, I got to be mindful that this is an opportunity that could honestly propel us in the farthest extent. And if I honestly introduce you now, this is not going to go.
Right.
So,
It's
I
gonna
was
look
like,
bad on you. It's gonna look bad on me,
Yeah.
and we'll just like hold off. You know. Like,
Yeah. So I was like, man. But I mean, those are interesting situations just to be in, because it's like, I mean, you never really think of these things. You know?
I am so glad that I stopped drinking alcohol because, I mean, yes, I had a great time while I did it, but now that I don't drink and I go to these events, I couldn't imagine like people coming up to me and wanting to talk about skateboarding. And I smell like alcohol. I'm like, yeah, what's up, dude? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, you want to have that professional look, and you want people to like, especially if they have kids that are watching your show, you want them to be like, yeah, they're cool. I like them. You don't want them to be like, nah, I don't know about those guys over there. I seen them
That's fair.
smoking weed over there, you know.
I mean, truthfully, I have nothing against it, but also just, you know, just be mindful of the crowd.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because I have done that. Like, I've smoked somewhere, and then I did get a look from somebody that was like, "Oh, I'll just go over here," and I'm like, "Oh, damn, that's probably not a good look for me," you know. So like,
Yeah.
I try to keep myself. Now, when I go to events, if I'm going to smoke, I'm going to my car. Or maybe I'll just hold off. It just depends, you know. But a lot of times, I'm trying to keep it chill now.
No, for sure, man. But again, I feel like that's just something that we're learning as we grow. I
Of
feel
course.
like as a kid, you're probably just like, bro, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
know?
when you're young, you're gonna just live your life and have fun.
Yeah, but again, now it's like on a more business perspective, or like on a more like networking or whatever it is, you know. Like
But if
we
you're
all
that
have-
person that wants to take it to the next level, these are the things you better start thinking about. Like,
For sure,
when
man.
you go to these events, try to wait until the end of the day to get faded. You know what I mean? Because you could miss out on an opportunity that was right there.
No, 100%, man. I
And
think-
who knows that might have been the only time that door could have been open for you.
I mean, it has.
You know? And I'm just saying, like, I've seen it, you know?
Dude, I trip out how like when you first present yourself to somebody or your first impression, how very
That's
important
everything.
that is, you know?
sure.
I trip out on that. Before, I wouldn't think about that. I'll be skating, I'll be teaching some kids skate lessons, some skateboarding, and then after the skate lessons, the kids and the parents will still be hanging around the skate park, and I'll be like, the skate lessons are over, I'm gonna go drink a beer. Drinking in front of the parents, and the parents are looking at me like, I don't think I want him teaching my kid, you know?
That's
I mean, it
Yeah.
could go that way, you
Yeah.
know?
And I'll get that kind of vibe, you know? So now that I don't drink, I'm starting to realize all those things. And I'm like, dude, like, me wanting to become a professional skateboarder, that wasn't professional at all, you know? That kind of held me back from a lot of opportunities, you know? Just drowning myself with the alcohol, you know? But now I'm like, nah, bro, like, all that energy I wanted to drink, I put it on my board. I talk to the kids. I tell them my experiences. And they want to listen, fine. If not, they'll go through it the hard way.
For
But
sure.
you know, there's always people that are always listening out there,
Yeah.
and
Always
you know,
people watching you too.
watching too. Number one, watching,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
because
Yeah.
you influence them, or they look up to you without you even knowing that you're putting an impact in their lives. You know, like me, bro. I've been getting a lot of feedback. Like me, I'm just skating, doing my thing, but people love it. They're like, dude, you're fucking killing it. You know, like you're on
Yeah.
fire. Me, dude, I'm just coming from my heart, my pain that I feel inside, and I'm just letting it all out, you know? And people love that, bro. They're like, dude, your skating's amazing. I'm like, thank you, man. So I try to put that in perspective and just like keep going, you know? I'm like, dude, all this energy's feeding on me, you know, like it's feeding me.
I think to piggyback off of that, I mean, it's cool that, again, as I was kind of mentioning earlier, it's just kind of like the things that you would post on your story, just like add more character to you, and you're just like genuine, man. So that's something that people could connect with. I remember you would like specifically put like Bible verses, or like you'll be like, again, yo, like we're on whatever, you know, it's like 7:56 a.m. And I'll be like, this is sick, because like, again, it was just like a personality that it's you, and like you don't have to fake it. You don't gotta be anybody, and like besides yourself, you know. And it's just kind of like they see you on the street, they see that you're skateboarding is really well, you're a good person. It's just kind of like, of course they want to resonate towards that, you know. And I think that's kind of the beauty of what social media could be, and like that could just complement the individual. I mean, of course there's a lot of like negative stuff that could come with it, but also on the sideline, it's kind of like there's a lot of people that haven't met you yet, but I feel like a lot of people already kind of know who you are, even from a distance. So I think
that does get kind of scary too, a little bit, because people know you a little bit better than you know. Yeah, like people come to me, "What's up, man?" I'm like, have we met? I'm like, nah, I watch your show. Oh, sick, cool, thank you. I'm like, fuck, dude, I was like, scared me, man.
That's funny.
Did we meet? I forgot you. You know, like.
I mean, yeah, I feel like for you it's definitely different, because like, yeah, for sure people are gonna be noticing you guys. But yeah, as you kind of mentioned, like sometimes it could be like maybe a person that you sang out with or something. You're like, oh dang, now you're feeling some type of way, but yeah, it just comes out that they were just checking out those episodes, man. So
yeah,
dude, and 100% how you said, like all the like posts that I be posting, and sometimes I'll see someone I never met, and they seen my stuff, feel that they know me, so they come, Listo, what's up? And I'm like confused. Have I met you before, or do I know you? But probably the social media, or like me posting my stuff that helps me, I put it out there. Maybe it could help reach somebody out there that needs help. I've gotten feedback where people tell me like, dude, I really needed to hear this today. Like this made my day. And I'm like, dude, this helps me. It might help somebody. And what's reaching people right now? Them being on their phone, checking out Instagram. So I'm like, dude, I'm going to post these positive messages on there. Yeah. And there was this one time how you said negative does come in. There's this dude that didn't like that positivity. So he started talking shit. He's like, hey, stop posting all your positivity shit. No, and that was some dude from high school that I knew, you know. But I didn't let that dude, like at first he was trying to trigger me, but I'm learning to control that. And I'm like, dude, who is this guy? It's for him to let him affect what I'm saying, you know.
I mean, that, again, man, that's the beauty of growing up, you know. You start realizing, like, bro, I don't got to give a shit about this person's opinion. It's just kind of like, keep doing who you are, you know. So
just gotta do you, man. That's all you gotta worry about. Like I tell a lot of people, like just worry about yourself mostly. You start worrying about what everybody else is doing, it's gonna mess you up. You know,
for sure.
We gotta stay in our lane, keep on racing the good race. You know, it's a marathon to like get to where we want to get to. You know,
dude, that's perfect that you say that. I remember specifically meeting this dude, and he was like, "Yo, it's cool what you're doing, but you gotta stay focused," you know. And I was like, "Yeah, right on. Like I'm trying," you know. And he was like, nah, he's like, you know, like horses, like they hop in a race and like they put on a mask, and I guess it like blocks off their peripheral. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah. He's like, you kind of got to be on that like focus. And I was like, he's like, don't worry about the noise, you know. He's like, just focus.
There's
on
a lot of distractions out there.
What you got to do. And I was like, what the heck? And he was like, dude, once you could just like really focus on what you need to do, like you're gonna get there, you know. Like don't let all that other external noise like block you from reaching your goals. So I was like, damn, that was sick, man. That's cool, you know? Yeah, exactly what you guys were mentioning.
Oh, yeah.
That's super tight.
That thing's very powerful, man. Like, you know, just be focused on the bullseye or the whatever you're trying to aim for, you know?
Yeah.
And to me, like, staying focused, bro, like, I had to isolate myself from people that weren't serving me no more. Or not serving, but, like, helping me get where I'm getting to. Like, you know, like, I'm like, dude, why am I hanging out with people in the garage getting high? That's not helping me get to traveling the world skateboarding, you know? So I'm like, all right, I got to separate myself from that crowd that's just drinking, sitting on the couch, and surround myself with people that are actually making moves, you know?
For sure, man. That's important, man.
Stuff like that.
100%.
Yeah. All right. If PCP made more boards, do you have another graphic?
Oh, yeah. We have a couple lined up, man. We're actually planning on doing... Damn, what were we doing? Dude, it's funny. I actually didn't bring the other fingerboard, but shout out to the homie again, Fingerflip Fingerboards. He made a specific Pushing Compton Project graphic for the fingerboards, which I was like, man, it'd be sick if we could make like actual skateboard graphics out of it. But basically his style was like he adds like different like spray paint and stuff, different colors, and like he, I guess like this like stencils and all that stuff. Which I'm like, dude, that's super sick. If we could like run a professional graphic of something like that, even like just the first graphic, official graphic, then yeah, man, that'd be super tight.
Yeah.
And again, shout out to like Warning. They're like, dude, we're super down. Like whenever you're ready, like let's run it. You know.
Okay. So
it is costly, bro. So
yes,
we're just hanging tight. We gotta make sure our funds are right. But
if if PCP were to do you a personal board, what would you want your graphic to be?
Dude, it's funny. I always wanted to put my face on a skateboard.
Your face?
Just me smiling, just like the most, you know, people are going to be like, what the hell? I'm not buying
Just
this,
look
bro.
at the camera and make that face that you want.
Literally, man. That's the graphic, bro. That'd be so sick. You know, like, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's a couple graphics out there that are like that, but yeah, I tell my girl this and she's like, yo, that would not sell. That is not it. And I'm like,
you never know. Your friends will purchase it, man.
For reals, you know? Probably like block off the teeth or something. But
yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like picturing like a girl type of board already, you know, like you got that, just the face and then maybe a stick body or something, you know, like I don't know, it's not just my imagination's going, you know.
It's like Deshaun Jordan. He has a board like that. No, when he was a kid, he graduated school.
Oh yeah, he has the portraits ones. Yeah, those
sick,
portrait
man.
ones are sick. Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if you could wish it, you could probably make it happen. You know, so
another I guess brand that's, you know, fucking awesome, right? They have another name that's wow, you know, and they do the portraits as well. They do the.
I just also want to just maximize on that, especially on the name. So I know you mentioned like heroin and like fucking awesome, and in this case, I mean PCP.
PCP.
So I do just want to be very clear. It's kind of like, you know, don't let that hold you back from, you know, creating something. I mean, even if like the name is probably like something that
controversy.
Super ridiculous. Like what the heck? Like nah, I wouldn't want that. You have no idea how much support you get just for being who you are. You know, it's like you don't gotta fake anything. You just do whatever you gotta do, and like people definitely resonate with just being genuine. You know?
Especially if you're being genuine about it, right? Yeah. If you're coming from a good place and people can see that. If you're just out there trying to make a buck, people will see that too.
Oh, for sure, man.
You know what I mean? So
for sure.
So like, yeah, it really, truly. I mean, I can see it. You know.
So I mean, that's the beauty, man. When people are like, "Oh, I don't know what to like call my brand," or like, "Oh, I don't know what to do this or what to do that," and it's like, well, just start. You know, just go with it, and you know, you'll grow as you go.
This show almost was called something different, but because
what was it originally going to be called?
It was just where are the locals at? Okay. Like as I wanted to know where all the locals are skating at or whatever, sure. But then when I Googled where the locals at, it popped up like a YouTube channel that was all about like food. So people are like eating at different places. I'm like, okay, well that's not going to work. So, and then since I call myself Skate Show, or we call me Skate Show, I didn't give me the name. I spell it Sk8, so that's why I put Where the Locals Skate with the Sk8, just to kind of collab with me a little bit.
That's right.
Now, and that was just because, you know, back then I was drinking. We're sitting at a bar, right? So this was going to be like a drinking type of show.
I can see that.
You know, in a way. But then we evolved into what we are now. And, I mean, it was going to be Where the Locals At. And now I hear it just doesn't really flow the same anymore as Where the Locals Skate. So, I mean, I'm glad I kind of landed on it. But like I said, like I kind of just went with the name. Yeah. And we stuck with it, you know.
That's cool, man.
Hopefully people, like you said, could resonate with it and grow with it.
For sure. I mean, that's cool, man. I mean, you're almost close to your 200th episode. That's
great. This is number 189, I said, I think.
That's ridiculous.
Damn.
Honored, man.
Woo-wee. Yes. Almost 3 years. In December, it'll be 3 years that we've been doing this show.
So, I mean, a question for you. Like, what's helped you stay consistent throughout these years?
Me personally, my worth ethic, I guess, because if I have a job, I try to do it the best I can do it, you know, whether it's, you know, a shitty job or a good job. I put 100% in it, maybe even more. So I felt like that if I had this, when I did this show, that's what I do. Like, I can't let it fail. You know what I mean? I have to keep working.
So, I mean, again, just to add to that, how do you feel like you stay on track, even, let's just say, hypothetically, your team just isn't feeling it during that time? Because I feel like that could definitely hinder
Well, if like say there's times where both these guys can't make it to the show, I'll do the show by myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm determined to get. I don't want to miss a week. We haven't missed a week in over 2 years, so like.
That's impressive, man.
So
sure.
I don't want to
It's
ruin
crazy.
that. I mean,
Streak.
we may take a day off, but that's because we're chose to take a day off. I don't want to take a day off because we couldn't get the episode done. You know what I'm saying?
And when we do take a day off, we make sure we shoot 2 episodes to have that day off.
But I'm saying in the future, like if there's not going to be an episode on a certain Thursday, that's because I hope we chose that, not because it came down to that, you know?
Yeah.
But we're going to try our best not to, miss any weeks. And like
Keep it going,
Listo
man.
said,
Keep it
yeah,
going.
we do. Well, we were supposed to have another show today so we could have next week off. But unfortunately, he had to reschedule, so we'll see if we get him in the studio next week.
Things happen, man. Dude,
You
I
know,
was this
dude.
close to trying to reschedule with you guys.
I know, we
And
would
I
have been
was like-
screwed.
Dude, I was like, nah, I gotta.
Because I know you had the throat thing, so.
Yeah, I was like, man, I really want to like just carry my weight,
Well, we appreciate you making it down here. Yeah, the door just slammed. And yeah, man, we appreciate you coming down and making it happen because, I mean, it does say a lot about a person that when you do schedule something and you do come in, it's important, to keep your word.
For sure. Man.
But we all understand that life happens and stuff, maybe because a lot of times we book a month ahead. So things can happen between those times, with somebody.
Yeah.
Or maybe they didn't remember they booked with us, or maybe something else they forgot. Maybe the wife's like, hey, we have this thing. Ah, damn.
True.
So, as far as that goes. But yeah, we're going to try our best to keep up and not miss a week.
Excited to see the 200th episode, man.
Yeah, man. And we almost we had Chris Roberts scheduled for 100 and our guest didn't show up. So Listo had to jump back in the chair and be episode number 99 just so Chris Roberts could still be 100.
Hey, man, you got to make it happen.
We got to make it happen, man. That's what happens. But we save those episodes in case, like
Like a reserve.
Yeah. Because, if anything goes down, we could talk about skateboarding, we just...
That is true.
we don't have to necessarily have a guest. We'd like to get somebody in, but...
Things happen.
Things happen. Life happens.
For sure.
So, do you have any questions, Listo?
Yeah, I have a few questions, maybe 3 questions.
Okay.
Who would you like to see next on the show? Like, it could be any, amateur skaters, any friends, or any favorite pro skaters.
Man, who could talk, bro? Damn, pass on the torch. Dan, I know you guys already had some really great episodes. That's the thing. But
Yeah.
I mean, it would probably be, man.
You can even bring somebody back if you've seen somebody you've seen on the show, too.
Do you know what? I'm gonna shout out Compton J.
Okay.
Yeah, man, little kid. He was into just pulling up to the events. Man, really crazy. The only reason why is because, well, now he's in Vegas, but he was in Compton for a second, and I remember he had pulled up to one of the first events. Really crazy, man, because it was probably like a Halloween event. I believe he pulled up in a Chucky costume. Super
Oh, damn.
funny. But during that time, man, he had pulled up. He was just all kind of excited. And I just asked him before the event started. He was like, yo, I was like, how you doing? And he was like, yo, he's like, my house just got shot up, And we're like, what the heck? And he was like, yeah, he's like, they just did a drive-by on our house. And I was like, when? And he was like, probably 15 minutes ago. And I was like, what the? And he was like, yeah, he's like, my mom just said it was safer to come to the skate park than to be at home. And I was like, what the heck? So, yeah, man, honestly, that story just resonated with me because I was like, what the?
Safer to be at the skate park than at home.
Literally, man. So I was like, I mean, I'm
That's
honored
scary
again.
to think. If your home's supposed to be your safe place.
I think at the time he was also 12. So
Yeah.
that's crazy, bro. Just to
Was there did he have older brothers that were
I'm not entirely sure about all of that stuff. Maybe whenever you guys have him on the episode.
Yeah,
maybe
we'll
we can talk
find out
about it.
if he wants to talk about it.
Yeah,
but
man, that'd be cool. But yeah, for sure, he's definitely stayed positive. He's just been making things happen. So
that's rad.
I think
Well,
he's
shout out to Compton J, man.
there you go, man.
Compton James.
There
Okay,
you go.
if you're out there.
Yeah, check him
Want
out if
you
you
on the
guys haven't
show.
already. Yeah, straight up.
I got another question really quick. If any Compton local wants to ever get sponsored for Pushing Compton Project, would you guys sponsor skaters?
I think when the time comes, we'll definitely have like a team and everything. Again, as long as the image is clean and you guys are doing what you guys need to be doing, whether it's like skateboarding or whatever, setting time aside. Because I mean, the idea is like Pushing Compton Project. I mean, yeah, we do the events, but ideally we want to have like skate coaches, and we want to have people being in like programs with like schools and like basically
Parks
being able
and recreation centers.
yeah, for sure, man. But it doesn't always have to be about like specifically
Right, an event.
riding a skateboard or anything like that.
Okay.
Some people are into like art, so some people pull up with like we've had it in the past where I pull up with like grip tape, and then they like spray paint like whatever they want to spray paint on the grip,
Mm-hmm.
and they're showing kids like, yo, it's cool, like you can make stencils and stuff. You could be creative with like any of this stuff.
And you never know, that one kid that touches that spray can just goes, whoa, I like this, and now they're fucking great artists out of that.
For sure, man.
You never know.
That's the beauty of the Compton Skate Park. If you ever take a moment to look at it, there's so many like art pieces all around. It's like, whoa, what the heck? Like somebody really like dedicated their time just to again purchase those paints and like just kind of express themselves.
Yes.
However that is. I know it could be like perceived as like, oh,
Graffiti.
that's like, yeah, graffiti, or like, oh, that's just destroying whatever it is.
It depends what it is.
That's exactly what I was just about to say. So if it's like some gang affiliated crazy stuff, then
That's graffiti.
yeah, that's something. But if like, I don't know, man, they came out with
But
some crazy stuff.
if you know how to do a dope, like throw up a peace sign, whatever,
It's tight, man.
those are tight too. But I mean, just going in there, riding your hood. I mean, and especially in a skate park, that blows my mind. That your enemies or whoever you need to know, they're not there. So why, like, we don't need to know it's your park, whatever. It's cool, we know.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But to go tag it up, I mean, if you're gonna go, make it beautiful. Like I said,
Yeah.
like put an art piece in there if you're really
So that's
talented.
something that I do want to work on with the city. I think it'll be tight, man. If they could fund something like that. Dude, there's like so many properties that just are blank spaces.
And sometimes I feel like when you fill up that space with something nice, it gets ruined less.
I think so too.
Some people will still paint over it
True.
like idiots, but most of the people will be like, nah, that's like, you got like Martin Luther King on the wall or something, like somebody like Kobe Bryant, no one's going to want to mess with it. Everybody's going to be like, that's the homie.
Which is cool, man. So again, the whole idea is like, I mean, yeah, the nonprofit is specifically with like skateboarding and like, yeah, building that team and like building these like different programs. But I mean, it's also like allowing other people to be more expressive, so that whether that's like through art, through like, spray painting, or like through cameras or whatever, or editing. I mean, again, man, they're like the possibilities are really endless, but I also want to like tailor like certain things. I don't want to do it all. I just want to focus on like, specific branches that I'm like, okay, this is something that people could really benefit from. So
Do you still work with that lady that does the hands out the turkeys?
yeah.
Okay.
So again, basically she's a business partner at this point.
Okay.
She put me on game, and yeah, she's like, help
What's
us
her
out,
name?
whatever
I'm
you guys
sorry.
need. T.
T?
Yep, from Watts Community Corps. Make sure you guys
Shout
check her
out T.
Dude, really crazy. Her events are mind-boggling, man. Like, she'll bring out, I don't even know if she does it intentionally, man, but last time Machete was there, and it was crazy, man, because
That's dope.
yeah, we were just
Danny
eating pizza.
Trejo?
Yeah, we were just eating pizza in the garage or whatever, just like, just chilling. And it didn't really like click in my mind until, dude, there was like a big ass line just trying to like get to like chat with him,
Yeah.
And we were just munching, and I'm like, just looking at it, and I'm like, I don't even know what I asked. I was just like, yeah, like, I probably just asked him like, yo, how does it feel to be famous or whatever? And he was just like, you also got to be mindful again of like the people that you're gonna interact, and some people just feel like they know you, so he basically just said like, don't be a dick, and
Yeah.
it's like, that was sick. But yeah, man, I didn't really process that until like a little later. I was just like, yeah, it's cool. Like, I'm kicking it with like all these people and like some casual stuff, literally just eating pizza in the garage.
I mean, Atiba, we got Danny Trejo.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
yeah, we have some crazy celebrities.
I mean, did I see Deshaun Jordan, or who did I see? I thought I saw somebody in here, but maybe it wasn't him. Who's this right here?
Oh, we got the homie. That's South Central Blake Club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Couldn't see who that was.
Yeah, but yeah, man, we got pro skaters pulling up to the events, which I think is super cool. Dude, all of it is really beautiful. That's Local Hearts Foundation, basically a nonprofit that also gives out a ton of supplies.
Them?
I'm like, yo, what the heck? Again, man, if you hear his backstory, dude, that would be a wonderful person to have on the podcast, realistically. That's Tito from the Local Hearts Foundation. That's the Hood Santa. Man, his backstory is insane. If you guys could ever have him on the podcast,
We'd love to have him on.
Yeah, man. I'll spread the positivity. I'll spread the message, man, because that'd be super cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, all these people that you connect with is insane because now it's just kind of feeling like a family, you know? It's like, whoa, I pull up to these events and I'm like, this is so sick.
Yeah.
Super crazy.
Anything else, Listo?
Yeah, before the last questions, like I had this idea, like in the future, before the events, I want to reach out to people and be like, if I could give like some kind of like 3 to 5 minute speech, bringing substance and alcohol awareness to the kids, you know, like just talk about drugs and alcohol and the consequences and what it could do, like by sharing my experiences. If you ever having a, like, hey man, that'll be a good idea just to reach out awareness, you know, like substance abuse, like reach out to me, man. I'm down to give a little speech, you know, because I've been through it myself, 2 DUIs, substance abuse. And, you know, it led me to a dark place. And, you know, I feel like reaching out that message to a kid or a youngster, you know, I could stick in their head, maybe help them out to stay away from it, you know?
Yeah, man.
So,
I mean, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good idea to, like, before events start, you know, like before, like, best trick or something, like quick little speech, or before a product toss, you know, just to keep the kids, like, keep it in their mind or whatever. But I don't know. What do you think about that idea?
I think it'll be great, man. I feel like you never really know what people are going through. I do want to say that. So sometimes people just need to hear the message, you know?
Yeah,
And,
it might not resonate with everybody, but
Exactly.
it might resonate with somebody.
Right.
Yeah,
You
for
know?
sure. And I feel like even if it's not then, maybe sometime in the future, you know?
Even with like parents being in the crowd going, wow, I really appreciated them telling my kids like to stay off of drugs or whatnot, because like this whole event was awesome, and then they kind of threw in that little like, oh, sick, like they really care. You know what I mean?
Cherry on top.
Yeah, kind of like the cherry on top, a little bit. You know, like just it could resonate with somebody like that. You know.
But yeah, man, that'd be super cool, you know?
Yeah,
Maybe
man,
get
I
a
just-
lineup or something.
I just feel like that's kind of like a little drive or something that I have inside of me in the future. Like I want to talk to kids and like be like like a motivational speaker, you know, and be like, man, like I was in the dark hole and it's possible to transform your life, you know,
I wonder if you could
or
get-
stay focused.
Set up your own booth or something.
That'd be
man,
cool,
you
you know,
can.
maybe in the
Yeah.
future when I can't skate no more, maybe I will get into that, you know?
Yeah, you guys should pull up, man.
But,
you know, be one of the
yeah,
vendors
man.
You know, just put, have your little pamphlets or whatever,
there. Whatever you can.
or
Yeah.
sit there and be like, who needs a top?
Who needs a
Yeah.
top? That's crazy.
Someone just needs to hear a little positive conversation. But yeah, that was my idea. But last question, bro. So what's next for you, man? What's going on with you? What's next?
Man, let's talk about it, man. You know, as transparent as we can be. So yeah, we just did that Go Skate Day event. The idea for this year was to do an event every quarter. So we're planning on doing one in Halloween. So super cool, you know, we're trying to keep it going.
Same park.
Same park. So the quarterly ones are gonna be in Compton, but we are gonna be collaborating with like other people. For example, yesterday we were at Downey. We did like a Go Skate Day Part 2 type of thing.
Sick.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna be, you know, venturing off as well, but the whole idea is like we want to do 4 events in Compton.
Your personal
throughout the year.
events.
Yes.
Yes.
So right now, thankfully, we got a service agreement with the city. They basically want to do a 1-year contract that's optional to being a 3-year contract.
They just want to see how it goes, and
Yeah.
yeah,
The cool thing is, like, you know, they really want to sponsor it. They want to provide us like the resources and stuff.
right. Like putting porta potties, stuff like that. Do you get?
The idea is like, yeah,
Or
like,
do they have bathrooms already at the
yeah,
park?
yeah, they have restrooms
Okay.
available. It should be open all the time, but I mean, I guess they have like, I don't know,
Maybe a substance abuse in there, so they keep it
possibly
locked.
something's going on.
Yeah.
But thankfully, you know, this time they opened it up for
Okay.
the
Yes.
public. They provide us with like canopies, tables, chairs.
That's what I was gonna say too. They usually provide all that stuff.
Yeah, so I was like, this is sick. And unfortunately, the last event that we had, we did it in March. The code enforcement pulled up and they were just like, yo, you got a permit? And I was like, no, but I spoke to the city council and they were like, yeah, we're not going to let that fly.
Huh.
And I was like, damn, like, what do you mean? And they were like, yeah, like you need proper paperwork, man. You can't just be getting the okay from people. So
How did they not provide you with that if they're already giving you the resources? You know, it's
well,
kinda
that was
crazy.
before. So
Okay.
yeah, the service agreement started
Ah,
maybe like a month or two ago. Yeah, but nonetheless, man, made a couple.
see,
phone
well,
calls
that's what
and
I need to learn to
figured
get
it out.
the
Service
permission.
agreement? Yeah, just
The
in a
permission.
Parks and Recs, you know, have a department and everything.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
good
man,
to know.
that's event wise. We're gonna do a back to school event in August 8th. We're planning on giving out clothing, shoes, and like laptops to kids.
Sick.
That's also gonna take place in Compton, right across the street from Wilson Park. And we're always trying to do something at the end of the year. The only downside is like the weather. Usually hit or miss, but usually it rains like towards the end of the year.
Towards the end of the year.
Yeah, so I mean,
Sometimes
unfortunately,
on Halloween too. Yeah, towards Halloween area.
yeah, man. Sometimes I look at the forecast. Forecast is looking great, and then like a day or two before, like,
Yeah.
it's about to rain, and I'm like, dang, like what are we about to do? And thankfully, man, like during that event, nothing, and then like right after it just starts pouring or whatever, and
Wow.
you're like, yo, this is meant to be, man. So
Yeah, I waited for you. That's cool.
for sure. But yeah, I would say that we're definitely working on like again just trying to be sustainable for the long run. So just connecting again with like different partners, different organizations, trying to get that funding out, man, because it's super expensive, bro. If I'm being honest.
Hell yeah.
You know, we're always trying to like push the boundaries of like, you know, a lot of kids need these resources, you know, and it's like, man, this is super expensive to give them a skateboard, helmets, pads, shoes, clothes, you know, all that stuff is like
That's at least like $300 at least.
yeah
per
kid.
person. Yeah.
Yep. And it's
Yeah.
like, man, if these people are really showing up, it's like, yeah, we got to get that money out for sure. So
And yeah, that it and again, like, luckily, you know, shout out to T, right? Because she hooked it up with.
yeah, man, for sure.
What you needed a U-Haul to get that shit. You
Yeah,
know?
man.
So that's what's up.
It's super tight. So again, I mean, that's kind of the beauty of like networking, going to these events and stuff. It's kind of like there's already a lot of people that are already doing it. You know, it's kind of like sweet. So like, how do I get myself
Part
to
of
that
it.
level?
Yeah.
And it's like, thankfully, you know, I've met a lot of amazing individuals that aren't like gatekeeping or anything. And it's kind of like, I mean, that's also putting into perspective. What do I want to do?
Mm-hmm.
If people start asking questions with like nonprofits or anything like that, or how to do an event, or how to do this, it's like, I mean, I feel like now it's like my obligation to be like, you're asking the right
Yeah.
people, so like, you know, this is
Yeah.
it.
Well, that's how you keep it going. You teach the next person. You know.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It sucks when, like, unfortunately, some people take advantage of situations like that and the resources, maybe, and then, you know, and get a little greedy. But as long as you're doing what is supposed to be done, man, it seems like it's a very, very, like, it gives back, you know, like you're doing something important for, especially where you live.
yeah, for sure, man.
You know, and these kids that don't have these resources, man. I mean, they're getting laptops. That's what's up.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
I was like, I was a little jealous right there. I was like, damn, I wish I was a kid.
but yeah, you know, the whole idea is like again, just providing just a positive outlet, you know, resources and just people to understand like, yo, this is possible. Like, I mean, I literally come from nothing. I'm like just to kind of see where I am right now. It's kind of like it is possible, man. Don't like doubt yourself. Like, don't discourage yourself. It's like if you really want to do something, you could for sure do it.
Yes, and all it takes is for you to make that first move. I mean, you're never gonna get it done unless you start.
Yeah. I agree.
So, and that's the hard part sometimes, is taking that first step. But once you keep moving, man, you'll see it.
yeah,
It works.
just keep at it, you know?
Keep going, keep growing.
That's
Yeah.
it, man.
You
Just
know.
keep at it for sure.
Anything else, Listo?
I just wanted to say congratulations on, you know, you mentioned at the Center Greens Park that
Center Greens
Yeah.
Park.
you're
yeah.
going to be a dad soon.
I'll be a father, yeah. Shout out to the
Congratulations.
people that don't know, man. Thank you.
Congratulations to you and your girl, by the way.
Yo, thank you, man. Yeah, shout out to my girl, man.
How far along are you?
Right now, we're like 7 months. She's about to be due, August 31st.
Did you find out if you're having a boy or a girl, or are you keeping it a surprise?
I'll let you guys know, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, we're going to have a boy.
Oh,
Honored, man. Honored. And
shout out.
my girl wants to name him after me, so
Yes.
it's a blessing, man. You know, baby Dave on the way, so that's super tight.
Dave.
Yeah, so that's kind of another thing of like why I kind of been, doing these events too, because it's like at a certain point, I mean, I am gonna chill for a little bit, gotta handle responsibilities. But I mean, again, from doing that Go Skate Day event to yesterday's event and today's like podcast interview, I'm just like, dang, this is sick, like I really want to make sure I could just maximize on the things that I can. And then when the time is right, like I just gotta like step back for a little bit, and handle business. But
It'd be cool to be more of like still involved, but have somebody do it for you as working for you in a way, not to be like saying like you're gonna be the boss, because but giving somebody the opportunity to run things while you're actually running things from behind the scenes.
Well, that's the cool thing about this past event, the Go Skate Day Father's Day event. Dude, again, dealing with like this weird like sickness or whatever. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to like be yelling on the megaphone for like 3 hours. That's usually how long we do in our events. So I just had to hit up some homies of mine, and I was like, yo, like,
Who's down?
are you guys down to like co-host? Are you guys down to like carry? And they're like, yeah, man, we got you. So shout out Security Skates. Shout out Sean from South Central.
Oh yeah, we know Security Skates.
A blessing, man, for sure.
Paul.
Yep, shout out Paul, man. So they were able to hold it down, and I was just in the background, just being able to just enjoy, just the fruits of the labor.
Well, that's how it's. And listen, and then when you got that team you could depend on and somebody to back you up, that's when it's like, all right, we got something here.
For sure, man. So that would be like the long term, just objective of like, having people.
You just organize it. You got your guys, and of course you're going to be involved when you can. But like you said, you got a new responsibility on the way. So it's going to be and from what I heard, because my homie just had a baby too, he said it's tough. So he's like, just hang in there, and then you know what I mean. So
I think just anything, it's like its own season. I mean, I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, babies are expensive, or like, dude, you're not gonna get any sleep.
Yeah, just expect all that, and it's sometimes it's best to expect worse. That way, it's not as bad when it shows. When it comes, you're like, oh, I was expecting this to be like way worse, because that's what I thought with a tattoo. Like when I first got a tattoo, I was all thinking, oh, it's gonna hurt so bad, and then I was like, I'm like, it's not so bad. It's not that bad
for sure. But I think again, like, I think the whole reality of it is like in perspective. It's like, I mean, even then, like when the baby is born, is like, I mean, he's only gonna be one, like 1 day old, like once in his lifetime, like cherish that moment.
Yes.
Like he's only gonna be 1 week old, like once in a lifetime. And again, like before we know it, it's like he's already 1 or he's already 5. And, it's like, yo, it's crazy. Like life passes by so fast.
And you said you have a regular job, right?
I also do real estate.
Real estate? Okay.
Yeah, so
okay.
I just sold my
Does
place.
that give you freedom to like be home and stuff like that
I would say so. Yeah, for sure, man.
Okay.
I think that's kind of the beauty of doing like different work, in this case, this was my dream job.
Sick.
I just started officially this year. I left my full-time job just to pursue real estate. For those of you that don't know, you don't get paid hourly. You get paid by commission.
By commission, yeah. By selling.
Yep. So if you don't sell nothing.
And you said you sold one, right?
I just sold the duplex.
Yeah. Congratulations on that too.
Thank you, man. In Inglewood, to an 86-year-old lady.
Oh,
so.
you ripped her off? Oh, I'm just kidding.
No, actually,
I'm kidding.
I helped her sell her property and another person bought it. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Dude, it was crazy because she definitely like ran me for my money, so she was just like, the whole contract is like 17 pages long.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, yo, we're going to read it like word for word, And I was like, bet. So like, this is like all these like legal terms, and I'm like explaining to the best of my ability, like every single little thing. And at the end, she was like, yeah, man, I'm comfortable. So
that's cool.
What I thought was going to be like a 45-minute meeting turned out to be like 6 hours and a half.
Damn.
Yeah.
And you don't get paid for that hourly.
Not necessarily, no. But at the end, we close everything and everything's good. So
you get a nice little fat check.
It's cool, man. So hopefully we just keep it going. And
that's amazing. Yeah, well, that's good that you have that time, because you're going to want to spend that time with your child and, watch him grow. Because a lot of times, a lot of people, man, they miss out on a lot of stuff because of work.
That's kind of what I'm a little nervous on, if I'm being honest, just because, of course, man, like there are responsibilities that we need to attend to.
Mm-hmm.
Oftentimes, like a lot of people aren't as lenient you know. So it's kind of like, you know, people are demanding
Yes.
results from you. So it's kind of like, man. So just trying to find those different avenues that, you know, could just add more flexibility.
I feel like, I mean, listen, if you're running an organization, right, a nonprofit,
Yeah.
you seem pretty educated. You went to school, so I mean, I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Like this is just another. I don't want to say it's not a job, but like you'll be fine at it because you do good at everything else, right?
Trying, man.
Yeah,
Trying,
I mean, the main thing is you're doing it. You know, you're not letting anything fall back. You're not. You know, you're showing that you have initiative and you're moving forward.
Yeah, just trying to keep at it, you know. Even
So like what I've seen and what I've talked to you, I think you'll be fine.
Thank
you,
you,
know what I'm
man.
saying?
I appreciate that, bros.
I mean, almost everybody here that comes to the show, man, they got a good head on their shoulders, man. I wish I was that well, you know, when I was their age, you know, because.
Dude, you know what? I just want to say, like, it's not too late.
No, it's never too late.
I feel like you can still learn and you can still, you know.
I'm 47. I say it all the time. I'm still learning everything every day. So life's like I said it one episode. I can't remember which one. I'm like, you got a garden, you know, you got to plant that seed. Don't let motherfuckers step in your garden, man. You know what I mean? Let yourself grow.
Yeah, give yourself time, man.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. Again, like, do we have any other questions from you?
I think that's the questions for now.
Okay, for sure. That's great, man.
I got more questions, but we could do it next time.
Yeah, because we're running 2 hours, 10 minutes. I see. When we got stuff to talk about, we got stuff to talk about.
Time flies, man, for sure.
It does. All right. Okay, like, should we give him a crazy question then?
Crazy question, drum roll.
Oh, damn.
And then we'll go from there.
All right. It says, if you create a skate trick, what would you name it?
Ooh. I mean, you seem pretty creative in the past, you said.
Oh, here you are. What would you name it?
And what kind of trick would it be? Like,
Dang, that's a crazy one.
let's see. Have you seen that PCP trick?
That's wild. Man. What the heck?
I don't know.
Dang, skate tricks.
Did you have a nickname growing up? If you want to share, if you don't,
just D. That's it. You know, just D for David. Dang, I don't know. Skate trick is crazy. I would say like, dude, those Tony Hawk games. Honestly, put it into like a false reality. You know, because you could do like a triple impossible,
right?
And you'll be like, you know. So I don't know. Maybe something like that. You know, like a double impossible.
Okay.
I feel like people have gotten close to it, but like they do the first impossible and the second one is like a 3-shot type of thing. So
okay,
like,
it doesn't wrap.
Yeah, so if you could wrap it twice, I think that'd be sick. I think that's still within borderline of like reality.
Oh, for sure.
You know? And I think it is possible. So I mean, I would name it, I don't know, bro. I would name it like the loop-de-loop or something.
The loop-de-loop.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. But imagine just
That's cool.
double impossible.
We'll take that.
He
That's
just
crazy.
did the loop-de-loop.
Literally, man.
9 Club.
That's wild.
9 Club. Loop down the 10 stair.
Imagine, man. I do want to see, you know, whoever that person comes out with that double impossible. That'd be crazy.
That's like the first time they did the alley oop, right? Imagine like when you passed the ball and someone dunked it. It was in a movie, it was a comedy. They're like, wait, what? Foul? He's like, what do you mean foul? It's like, how'd that happen?
I think there'll be a better chance doing it like invert.
Yeah.
For sure.
Than on
Out of a bank. Yeah,
Especially
you gotta
right
have
now.
time.
That'd
Yeah,
be
man.
sick, though.
I'm gonna hit up some vert skaters, you know. Be like,
What,
hey, bro,
Elliot Sloan? He's got that, right? Or
just
somebody.
challenge you, man. Do the loop-de-loop.
The loop-de-loop. It's already been named out there, okay, guys? All right. Is there anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here? You do have merch, right? We can get merch and stuff through.
Oh yeah, you guys can get merch. Hop on the, you know, Instagram. We got all those links and stuff.
Okay.
If you guys want to donate to the nonprofit,
We'll put the links in the description.
Feel
Oh, and they
free,
could
man.
donate as well.
Yeah, man, we're always accepting donations. Honestly, anything is better than nothing. I would say that. Whether if you guys have product too that's just kind of laying around in your, you know, in your garage or whatever, collecting dust, you guys have no idea what to do with it.
Yeah.
We'll take it off your hands, man. Again, a lot of these kids are extremely grateful, bro, and I would say
Right.
that, you know. So
Yeah, like especially like I see kids like riding beat up boards, you're like, oh man, you really want to help them out.
Not for sure, man. Yesterday, this kid had this chewed up skateboard, and I was like, man, whoever's got the worst skateboard in the park,
Yeah,
is gonna get a free one.
I like that one
And he was
too.
like, oh, for sure. So, he pulled up, and he was just like, dude, my board's not that bad. And I was like, bro, this thing's like missing like
Everything,
you
like the
know?
whole nose and tails gone.
It was crazy. And yeah, man, just gave him a Less Than Local skateboard. Shout out Less Than Local. And yeah, man, he was just like,
He
yo,
was
like,
probably hype.
what size is this? And I was like, oh, it's like 8.75. And he was like, damn, is that big or not? And I was like, I mean, it's larger than your average.
Yeah.
And this other kid was like, oh, I just want an 8.0. You want to switch? And he was like, nah. He's like, this one's special, like, I'm
Yeah.
going to keep this one. And I was like, damn, that's sick, man. So
I like that.
shout out to that kid, man.
Shout out.
But yeah, as for, last messages, just want to say, if you guys want to support the movement, continue checking it out. I would say pull up to the events, if any of you guys are free. Again, we're located in Compton.
Mm-hmm.
Just stay in touch through Pushing Compton Project, our socials. And yeah, man, if you guys want to do that for your community, I highly recommend it. It is a lot of work, but I feel like it's really rewarding at the end. So
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
just keep it going.
that was the word I was looking for earlier. Is rewarding. Because, you could. I feel it too. For when we do a show for somebody and they feel special about getting their message out there, whatever they have to say, man, that's rewarding to us as well. So it's like, I feel like we're all doing our part, and then if somebody out there feels like they can play a part in this, start something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, even if it's like, I haven't seen any, I'm sure it's out there, but like teaching kids to film skateboarding, like all that stuff's available out there still.
Hey, man, and again, if anybody's interested in like helping us out, like be like volunteers or anybody that's interested in like, trying a different creative outlet.
Because you do want to give lessons in the future, so
Yeah,
maybe
man.
that could be another resource that you could tap into as well, like finding people that are willing to teach these kids. And you said these kids have special needs mostly, or is it just underprivileged?
So that
Or
would be
all of the
skating
above.
for sure. They would have like special needs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But for us, we would specifically focus on like anybody that's
Okay.
interested in skateboarding,
That's amazing.
no matter like what the level would be of like beginner to like intermediate to like somebody that
Right.
actually knows.
Yeah.
Sometimes even people that know, maybe sometimes need like a little tip, So that's pretty tight, man. But that's kind of the last message that I would say is just kind of like, if anybody wants to be involved in any of this stuff, just reach out, man.
Yeah.
I won't bite, and hopefully we'll connect in the future. And yeah, man.
And they could always call you if they want to invite you to their events as well.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick, man. We'd be super happy collaborating with other communities.
Mhm.
Again, even though Compton isn't our name, we work with other communities. Specifically, we work with like Watts, Paramount, Lingwood, Downey. Let's just keep it going, man. So
Right.
let's
Yeah.
just keep it going, man.
Because
We're,
those cities don't have their own projects yet, right? Like
not yet, man.
pushing
So,
projects. So,
Not at all. So
so dang,
wherever
imagine
we
that.
could be at, we'd be more than happy to.
Pushing Linwood project. There's opportunities.
Yeah,
You're gonna have like multiple like.
That'd be sick, man. I
You
haven't
know?
thought about that all the way through, but yeah, man, just want to show our face out there.
Because
Just wanna-
like Castle, right? Castle, that's for California, and they got UASL, it's for Utah, and then Tassels for Texas.
Do they really?
Yeah,
Oh, what the heck?
yeah. So like you could be the
Oh my
the
goodness.
pushing project.
That's a
but,
lot, man. That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Maybe for
But
another
maybe
time.
if people want to help you grow and you can
That would
manage,
be sick. man.
maybe you can be the main hub, but you got your company, your sister companies.
Hey
out
man,
there,
I
you know
like
what I mean?
the bigger idea. That's cool, man. Right on.
Hey, like if it can help people out there, and especially the people that are doing the projects, the people that are receiving the product, like everybody gets a piece. That's what's up. You know what I mean?
For sure, man.
Yeah,
but again, if you guys are open to it, make sure you guys pull it to the next one.
I
Yeah.
would definitely will, man. And I appreciate you coming all the way down here and
Yeah,
hanging
thank you
out
so
with
much.
us.
Thank you.
Do you have any shout outs today?
Shout outs to Skate8. Shout out to Alisto for being here, man. Thank you guys for just making the time to even pull up, man. Shout out to, of course, Pushing Compton Project. Shout out to the brand, PCB.co. Make sure you guys check those out. Shout out to all the homies, man. Everyone that's supporting our movement. Everyone that supports the events. Everyone that like reshares, likes, comments, all that stuff. Honestly, that does such a huge benefit to us, So People are like, man, I don't know how to support. I don't have
Repost.
money, bro. Yeah, post that thing on your story. Send that to a friend. Tell
Tag
your
'em.
relative. Yeah, man. And honestly, like that builds so much momentum. So, yeah, I just want to say that, man. I think shout out to all the people that, again, are allowing us to push forward, and allowing us to either collect product from them or basically just having them in our space. I think that's super tight. A lot of people are super hesitant with like pulling up to Compton, and then when they pull up, they're like, "Oh, what? This is sick, man!" Like everyone's like super welcoming, and I'm like, "I'm trying to tell you, man."
Yeah,
But,
because
people are
like I
"Nah."
said, it did. If you're thinking about the way I thought of it as movies wise, it has that negative type of feeling, just the name,
Yeah,
right? But then, like you said, everywhere has a bad and good place,
for sure,
So,
man.
and I feel like the way the skate park looks, it looks like it's in a great area. Now, is there plenty of parking there? How's that?
Parking is
Kind of limited, or
so, yeah.
because that's what hesitates me to go to places sometimes. If I have to park far away because I
Yeah.
showed up late,
Yeah,
then I start getting sketchy. Like, oh, is this my car gonna be safe way over here, 3 blocks
True.
away? Then
Yeah.
I get all nervous and I can't really have a good time.
that makes sense.
But a lot of times, if I get there early enough and I get great parking,
That's
I'm
kind of what it is,
chill,
man. First
yeah.
come, first serve. But I mean, there's sufficient parking, but if it gets cracking, yeah,
Yeah, I
there have
guess
been times
you
that,
you have to push out the parking, park somewhere else.
yeah,
Okay,
it's pretty crazy.
it's good to know though. It's good to know.
It's
So,
cool, man. It's a good experience for sure.
for sure, man. We'll definitely have to check that out. Any other shout outs?
Shout outs to my mom, bro. She made
First
me,
sponsor.
So. Literally, yeah, first sponsor. She definitely has always been super supportive, and yeah, man, I think, realistically, she's never like brought me down, and even when she doesn't understand what the fuck I'm doing, she's just like straight up, I can't help you, but
Mhm.
like just keep it going,
Yeah,
Like,
because she sees the impact, and I guess,
yeah.
I mean, just what you're doing, she's got to be proud.
But I mean, shout out to both of my parents. They both come from like really hardworking backgrounds. Unfortunately, like come from like working in like factories and stuff.
Right.
And
And they're like, how are you doing it without
they're
working
like,
as
what
hard
the-
as we did?
basically, man, they're like, what the hell? Like, I don't understand like real estate. I don't understand this nonprofit stuff that you're getting into. I
Yeah.
don't understand any of this, But like,
But you're happy, you're living.
just keep it going. Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to my parents. Shout out to my girl, man. She's also, allowing me to just propel in whatever I'm basically setting myself into. I think that's genuinely super important. Just kind of having that person to support you and just to kind of uplift you. I know a lot of
course.
people are like, unfortunately, in like toxic relationships, and it could definitely hinder
Yeah.
your mental health. So
It
shout out
could,
to
you
my
could
girl,
be,
man.
yeah, it could be toxic. You could not even have a relationship and want one. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to the real ones out there, the strong ones that got your back.
For sure, man. And lastly, shout out to God, man. None of this is possible without him. So,
Amen.
here we are today by the glory of God. And on a Sunday,
Yep.
on a day we should be chilling, but here we are, man, making it happen. So
Yeah.
that's it, man.
All right. Well, we thank you, man.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
you.
much, man.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, Listo, give us your shout outs.
Shout outs, number one, God. Shout out Mom Forever. Shout out my family, my dad, my brothers, my sisters. Shout out Where the Locals Sk8. David coming out, sharing your story. Even though you weren't feeling that well, you still came out and shared.
Yeah.
Awesome to come hear your story, how you started PCP, and it's awesome that you're doing awesome things for the community, the kids. They're going to remember that when they get older,
Yeah.
And shout out to that. Shout out to my sponsors. Shout out to my filmers. And shout out to every skater doing positive things, or anybody out there just doing positive things for the community, trying to put a positive impact out there and, making the world a better place. Shout out.
Shout out to you all.
Yeah, man. And of course, I got to thank Listo for holding it down today.
Shout
Shout out to David Peralta. He's not in today. He had a flat tire. He was almost going to make it today, but he got a flat tire.
Yeah. Yesterday,
So-
you got a flat tire.
So
Shout
maybe
out.
we'll see him next week. We'll see. But again, I want to thank you for coming down and sharing your story with us. Everybody, please go follow him on the Instagram. Go support PCP, the Pushing Compton Projects. Like he said, I'm going to leave a link in the description. So if anybody wants to help, donate, participate, you'll be able to reach him, like I said, through us or find him through Instagram as well. And we also have a merch store if you want to go check out some T-shirts and stuff like that. We got stickers and anything, like you said. You buy something from us, it helps us out as well. Or you can become a channel member and get the episode a day early before everybody else with no commercials. That's always fun. And I think that's it. And shout out to, again, Pushing Compton Projects for everything that they're doing for the community. It's amazing to see. I love what skateboarding does for our community and for us personally as well too, because it's so I guess mentally good for you. I'm trying to find the right words, but I don't find them. But anyways, it's all good. Y'all know what I mean out there. And we'll see you all next week on Moji Skate Show. Later.